Objection! Hello everybody, welcome into the stream today. How are you all doing? The chatbot in the Discord has made its announcement. The tweet has gone out. The ad has finished playing. It is time to lawyer. Hello everyone. I decided to put on the suit today because today is a very special day. We're playing Ace Attorney. Farewell my turnabout. And I think we are getting to the bottom of this case. I also have just the tiniest amount of coffee you've ever seen. It's such a small mug, but you know, it's coffee. And I also have a fan. You guys, hold on. You can't see it, but there's a fan literally sitting right over there. So like, hopefully I will not get hot today, especially in the suit. And especially since the air conditioning is off right now. But we're gonna see. Alright, but without further ado, let us hop straight back into the game. Now, alright, you know what guys, I'm gonna record a YouTube intro. Are you guys ready? Hello everybody, welcome back into Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy. Now last time, we kind of ended a little bit abruptly because my stream actually crashed last time, and like the last 2 minutes of my play session got cut and lost to the cyber void. But basically we were kind of searching around the investigation. We just visited Francisca in the hospital. She seems really determined to beat us. However, Edgeworth, always a homie, and Gumshoe, always a homie. So we're just gonna hop in. Please do not. All right. I don't even remember what we did here. Let's move to the detention center. Okay. March 22nd, detention center, visitors room. I'm sure they must have transferred Miss Andrews here by now. So that means that both Mr. On Guard and Miss Andrews are in this detention center. Now then, whose story do I want to hear? Well, we want to talk to Matt On Guard. I'll talk to Adrian later. What's up? Maddie, my boy. Dude, it's Mr. Wright. I hope you can get me off the hook tomorrow. I'm counting on you. I hope so too. Oh, Edgeworth just dropped a bombshell on me by saying that Juan Corrida was killed by an assassin, and that the assassin's client is this man, Matt On Guard. What's wrong? Mr. On Guard. Pizza? Oh, the Cassie. Wait, is that a Cassie emote? Yeah, it is. Okay. There's something I must know with 100% certainty. You seem kind of different. You're totally not like your usual lawyer dude self. Dude, if this guy actually hired the assassin to kill Juan, oh man, dude, that's kind of wacky. Like, how can we defend him in court? Matt's secret. True. About the press conference. You mean the one where Juan was gonna dress up as the Nickel Samurai? Yeah, I heard a little more about it from Miss Andrews. It looked like somehow Juan had in his hands a secret so powerful that it would destroy Matt's acting career had it been revealed. Could you please fill me in on what the secret is, please? Psychlock! Oh, here we go. How many? How many? I knew this was coming. 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Christ. Mr. Nick, don't tell me. Cyclox. You said a secret, right? I don't have any idea what it is. Do you, dude? Oh my god. Did you know about Mr. Corrida and Miss Andrews' relationship? Well, this is all over the tabloids, dude. But I don't know any of the details, if that's what you mean. Look, how many times do I have to tell you? I don't care what Juan did with his life. Miss Andrews, she had a purpose in mind when she started seeing Mr. Corrida. Her mentor was Mr. Corrida's manager, and Miss Andrews was going to get Miss Celeste Impax's suicide note from him. Celeste. Does that jog any memories? Dude, I suddenly just got totally hungry. You up for a pizza? My treat. Mr. Nick, what's that pizza? Is it a kind of pea, like green peas? Why was Gagna literally just talking about pizza, and Matt is ordering a pizza? What What kind of... Are you Matt on guard, Gagna? I don't even know. I don't even know. What's a Cyclock? Basically, it's like a mini game we have to complete when people are hiding something, but we need evidence for it. Let's go eat one later, okay? I guess we don't want Matt's. Ugh, I got cut off by the pizza dude at the shop. That's too bad. Well, how about we get our minds off this topic and talk about something else, okay? Oh my god, he doesn't want to talk about Celeste for some reason. Mr. On Guard, are you connected to Miss Impax's suicide in some way? Oh my god. By the way, can I just say how much this music slaps to me, by the way? I'm literally just like... Sorry, I'm literally just vibing so hard. I really don't know... Okay, hold on. Do we have that John Doe guy? Okay, yeah. This is the freaking Shelly the Killer guy. This is literally the Shelly the Killer guy. And he's your butler. Hello? About this person. He's your butler, Mr. Doe, right? We met him at your mansion. Oh, yeah, that's right. He's a pretty cool dude who can do lots of things. He takes real good care of me. He stuttered on that one. What about Celeste? You know something about Celeste. Mr. On Guard? Dude, I know I asked you to be my lawyer and all, but I don't think I have to tell you anything and everything. Ooh, very sus. What do you mean by that? It just means I don't have to tell you anything and everything, dude. He's hiding something from us. Oh, man, dude. Okay, I guess I want to talk to, I want to talk to Adrian, so I'll just go back here. Oh, shoot, someone else is waiting for us? Oh, Mr. Wright, please, you have to help me. Uh-oh. Oh, Mr. Powers! He's still in his suit. Ah, just like me. Powers, I love you, dude. What happened? Why are you here?
You see, I got roped into this somehow.
What?
And now I'm going to testify at tomorrow's trial.
Oh, no. I despise homework. I have to be, I can't be in stream. I have to do homework. That's alright, idiotic. So the decisive witness is Mr. Powers?
I was talking with a detective until a little while ago, and I was on my way home. When all of a sudden, you're under arrest, and I was brought back here.
Oh.
They said my face and whole self in general looked suspicious or something.
Well, I guess I can see how they thought you looked suspicious. He looks like a little teddy bear. What are you talking about?
I'm just a normal guy on an exercise show for kids. Is that a crime?
Oh, Will. So, about this testimony you're giving, what are you going to talk about?
I really don't know yet.
They're literally just fabricating a witness out of Will? That's so bad, dude.
But it sounds like I saw something pretty important from what they tell me.
Oh my god. You saw something important? What was it?
Well, the detective told me not to talk about it. You can't tell anyone, and especially not that lawyer, he said.
Who do you think is that lawyer the detective was talking about? Us, Pearl. I'm gonna take a wild guess and say it's me.
Yeah, you got it.
Mr. Nick, Mystic Maya and myself are on your only two allies in this whole world, but it's alright. Two young children girls are your only allies in the entire world. Ouch, I don't really have a lot of friends, do I? Oh, Phoenix. Gosh, dude. Matt on guard.
This is going to do a lot of damage to Matt, you know, because he's got that refreshing like a spring breeze image going.
But what is he really like?
Well, let's see. Matt's always been kind of a player with women. It would never really turn a pretty face away, if you know what I mean. He'd always say, it's just a game to justify himself.
Oh, can you say a sentence without a swear? What? How horrible. That's unforgivable.
Ow, sorry, didn't mean to offend you. But, you know, he said once that there's only one person in the world who won't swoon over me.
One person who wouldn't swoon over him.
His manager, you know, Miss Adrian Andrews.
Why is Mrs. Powers suddenly looking kind of energetic? Oh, does he like Adrian? Oh, God.
You see, I'm actually a sucker for gossip. I mean, celebrities in their world have this dazzling sort of image, right?
A dazzling sort of image, but aren't you a part of that dazzle, Mr. Powers?
No, I'm more of a hairy, sweaty, smelly, brutish kind of guy, you see. But it's okay, really. I get to hear plenty of gossip about a lot of other stars around me as things happen.
Well, that's true.
Oh, hey, so did you hear?
I just realized this is the exact same voice I gave to Mo. I guess I really only have one voice for like buff old guys. I don't know.
Oh, hey, so did you hear about this yet? About Miss Andrews' mentor and her suicide?
You mean Miss Impax? Yeah, we heard about that. We heard something about how her wedding was canceled. That's true.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I thought about it a little the other day, about that mysterious death. Hey, Mr. Wright, why don't you ask me about that? Go on, go ahead.
Mr. Powers is so charged up, his skin is practically glowing with electricity.
Ask me about this woman's tragic suicide, please. Go ahead, do it.
Do it. Mo and Buff should not go together. It's like old burly guys, I guess. I don't know.
Hey, so have you heard this? Celeste left a suicide note.
Yeah, I did hear that.
And they say that Juan went and hid it.
We heard about that in court today. But there wasn't any actual proof that she had left a note. However, in the graphic that they keep showing us, there is clearly a note on the table, so I'd wager that she did.
Well, this is what I think. I think that something bad was written on that note. Something bad for Juan, that is.
Well, duh. Something bad for Mr. Kurita? Why do you figure so?
Well, before she died, Celeste talked with a few of her friends. And she said, "It looks like I got caught up with a truly insidious man."
A truly insidious man? Did she mean Mr. Kurita by that?
Well, there's no one else that fits the bill, right? And that would be a reason enough for him to hide the suicide note.
I see. Well, that's some good info. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Mr. On Guard and Miss Andrews, they're both at the detention center right now. There are still things I don't understand or know about, I'm sure. I have to get the two of them to tell me everything. Alright, that's clue enough for me. We're talking to Adrian. Whose story do I want to hear? Adrian. Let's talk with her. Hello, Adrian. Oh, it's you. I'm sorry to be visiting at such a late hour, but there are a few questions I absolutely have to ask you tonight. Me? I thought your client was Matt. I'm sure Miss Andrews knows something. She can't be clueless about the secret Mr. Kurita had on Mr. On Guard. Talk, Mr. On Guard. I'd like to ask you about Matt On Guard, if you don't mind. Mr. Wright, you still don't know, do you? The real him, I mean. Huh? You seem to bear a lot of resentment towards Mr. On Guard. If that's the case, then why did you become his manager? And why would you become intimate with his rival? That has nothing to do with this case. Nothing. I bet it does, though. I guarantee you it does. About Miss Celeste Impax. I had finally put her death behind me. And now, thanks to you, it's all come back to the surface. I'm sorry. Yeah, we did yeah, look, there's a note right there that they keep showing us. Like, right on the table. Yes, I was shocked by her suicide. And it's true that when I heard the rumor that Juan was the one who had hidden her suicide note, I began to draw close to him. I wanted to get her suicide note back, and to burn it. You wanted to burn it? But why? I didn't want it to spread like just another piece of gossip. But I never held any murderous intent toward Juan. I would never do something so stupid. The suicide note, huh? I wonder what it said. It's literally, like, that's literally the key to this whole case, I can already tell. Why did you try and frame Mr. On Guard? That's simple. Because he's the killer, that's why. Isn't it the duty of every good citizen to inform the police? There had to be another way. The police are excellent at doing their job, so they'd figure it out, right? Yes, they're so good that they couldn't figure out the real truth behind Celeste's death. Ooh boy, Miss Andrews. Well, I know you're not the type of person to do something without a reason. So please, tell me why you did what you did. Revenge. Huh? Did you say something just now? Oh, here we go. Another freaking Cyclops. BAM! A very weak one, too. A Cyclops, huh? Don't you understand yet? You're not my lawyer. To be honest, you're more like my enemy. But I'm sure I just heard Miss Andrews say revenge. Oh, boy. Okay. I don't think I have what I need. No, I did not mean to do that. I pressed enter when I meant to press backspace. Ba-da-bee ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-dee bow. Bappity bappity boopy bappity bow. Bappity 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 bow. Bappity ba. Okay, I guess. Sorry, I love that ringtone so much. I need to have that as my ringtone. I'm not even gonna lie. Hey, that's the Steel Samurai theme song, isn't it? Oh, he must be so flattered. I don't like the sound of this ringtone right now. It sounds kind of ominous.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, no. Beep. Hello? We're in trouble now, pal. We're in trouble now. I'll be back at the office really soon. Oh, God, Glash. I'll be back at the office really soon. What's wrong? Something really unexpected just happened. Mr. Edgeworth, Edgeworth? Anyway, hurry up and get back to the office, pal. Glash, I don't know what's going on here anymore. It's no good. The end. Hello? He got cut off. What's going on, Mr. Nick? Gumshoe said we need to go back to the office right away. Then we should hurry back. I'm scared to go back. What are you talking about, Mr. Nick? Pull yourself together. God, grow some balls, Phoenix.
Maybe it'll be good news.
I love Will. Somehow I doubt that. Right and go. Edgeworth. What took you so long, pal? Mr. Edgeworth couldn't stick around forever and had to go. Well, what happened? We got him! We know who bought that spy camera. Eh? This quickly? And this bear is what's giving the way, pal. The bear. I figured it out, pal. I figured out that we should have been looking into the bear instead of the camera. Mr. Edgeworth said that. I'm so sorry, Gumshoe. I hate to call you out on that. But wasn't it? Shh, Pearls. And go on. I did Glash. There's only one person who bought these type of bears that related to this crime. Who is it? Who would be so rude as to spy on another person in their room? Matt on guard. Huh? Matt on guard. Glash, your client. That's who, pal. And here I thought things couldn't get any worse. Are you sure you heard right? That the person who bought this bear was... I heard it from the department store clerk, pal. This is the credit card receipt for the purchase. It's for $3,800, pal. That's the exact match to the price of that stuffed bear. A receipt? That's all you have? Nah, it's not just the receipt, pal. The store clerk said so himself. He told me. I'm sure I sold the bear to Mr. On Guard. I mean, the clerk even got Mr. On Guard's autograph out of it, pal. So I'm sure the person that brought the stuffed bear was Mr. On Guard himself. Why do I have that voice for Gumshoe? I need a better Gumshoe voice, honestly. My sight is failing me. This can't be. Credit card receipt added to the court record. Spy camera. So what about the spy camera we found? That was dead end, pal. I mean, you can get this kind of thing from anywhere. But for now, I guess I can give these back to you to file away the evidence. Okay. Spy camera, transmitter, and stuffed bear refiled into the court record. I know you don't want to give up, pal. I didn't think it was possible. The person who put the spy camera in Juan Corrida's room was Matt On Guard. Why would Mr. On Guard do something like this? Well, I bet it was to catch Miss Andrews and Mr. Corrida in one of their rendezvouses. I bet is not good enough for me. I have to know the absolute truth behind this camera. Are you going to see him? Mr. On Guard, I mean. Yes. I'm scared, Nick. I wonder what we will find out next. Oh, I'm scared myself, but I have to put on a good face for Pearls. Matt On Guard! What in the world have you done? Oh! Matt he is not long for this world, I tell you. He is not long for this world. I did not mean to go to the criminal affairs department. Hello, Will. I love you. However. Oh. You're working really late, you know. It's already past 10 p.m., dude. I think it's time you told me the truth. Relax. Don't you know that ignorance is bliss? But if you really want to know, let's talk. Actually, let me try talking first. Nope. Okay. Could you please take a look at this? I know it may not seem important to you. Oh, well, if it's not important, then I'd rather be in bed. Oh my god, dude. This guy sucks. If I don't get my 12 hours of beauty sleep, my skin's gonna wrinkle up like a prune, dude. You know, he's right, Mr. Nick. Your skin is kind of drying up here and there. I swear, after this case is over, I'm gonna get lots and lots of sleep. Oh my god, dude. The receipt. That's what I need. Could you please take a look at this? Are you kidding me? Bruh. That's the receipt, dude. You bought this. Okay, whatever. I'll do the bear. I'll do the bear. Okay. Transmitter? No, okay. I guess I just have to do the psych lock then, huh? Let's try the psych lock. Take that. Take that. Let's do it. I just spilled coffee. Gosh freaking gold darn it, dude. Oh, I need to charge my phone. That's what I need to do, chat. You guys don't even know. You guys don't even know, but I did. But I need to charge my phone, dude. Okay. Matt's secret. I just realized that my Matt voice that I've been giving him low-key sounds like Ethan Klein. Anyways, now let's hear what this secret of yours is. What if Mr. Krita had been successful in this plan? What would he have disclosed? I told you before. Hey, do you play Blox Fruits? I do not. I could, maybe, but I don't know what that game is. I don't know. I don't know anything about Han, okay? Look, Mr. I can keep on saying it till I'm blue in the face, but I totally didn't pay Han any attention the whole time that night. I mean, come on. I was in the middle of a nap. Don't lie to me. Huh? I know you paid close attention, Mr. Krita, especially on that night. The camera. Use your keyboard? What? Someone used this camera to secretly film Mr. Krita's room that night the murder. Secretly film? What? And then sent the images that the camera took with its transmitter. Wow, but dude, where is this camera you're talking about hidden? In the bear. The spy camera was hidden in this bear's eye. A bear that was supposed to be a present from a fan. One locked on. I guess Juan had a few of those kinds of fans too, huh, dude? Actually, I wouldn't say this bear was a present from a fan. You sure did? Who else could it be from? The person who gave this bear to Mr. Krita was... I should present his profile here, right? You. Mr. On Guard, don't you know this bear from somewhere? I don't think I've ever met Mr. Bear before, dude. Ah, but he says he knows you. How could you forget such a great friend? What else did the bear tell you? He says that the one who put the camera in his eye was you, Mr. On Guard. If I didn't know how you work in court, I think I was in some serious trouble. Come on, this is all a joke, right, dude? You're just pulling my leg. Looks like you're not ready to give up your secret yet. Well, do you have any proof you want to show me first? Here's proof that it was you who put the camera inside the bear. The receipt. Oh, I feel like this is a battle of attrition right now. I have here one credit card receipt, Mr. On Guard. It's from when you bought that stuffed bear. Dude, all you can tell from this is that I spent $3,800. I go to that department store all the time, okay? This $3,800, this could be the toothbrush I bought that one time. A $3,800 toothbrush? Is ivory. And it's got elephant hair for bristles. Ew, elephant hair? Is that what rich people use nowadays? Anyway, the store clerk clearly remembers you and your purchase. After all, you even gave him an autograph, did you not? Dude, you should have said that earlier. Oh, man. He's lying to us. So can I ask you one thing? Yes? You're my lawyer, right, dude? So, if you are, then why are you looking into stuff like that? Because if I don't know the truth, I can't help you. Sounds more like stupid lawyer talk to me. Hey, let's stop talking about this, okay? No, not yet. I haven't asked why you set the camera up yet. And what your secret is. Of course, it would be strictly confidential. So, what are you gonna do now? I'm going to find out what I want to know, because I must. The reason you hid this camera in Mr. Krita's room and filmed it in secret is... I would have to assume it's Adrian, right? I'm just like... Yeah, wait... Picture card? No. Wait, it's one of these two. It's not Adrian. Because, wait, okay, so he said before that he doesn't care what Adrian does with Krita. Maybe he was looking for the murder. What's this card? Maybe he doesn't know about this card. This is a certain man's calling card. The man's name is Shelly the Killer, and I'm sure you know of him, don't you? Shelly the Killer? That's ridiculous! Why would I know some shady scumbag like him? If you really don't know him, then why are you acting so jumpy all of a sudden? This is it. I'm finally starting to get to the truth. I can't afford to make any more mistakes now. Oh my god, half of my health? Mr. Matt On Guard, I know why you, I know why you know Mr. the Killer. It's because... I suppose you're his client. Since you're the one who set up that camera, that means you knew. You knew exactly what was going to happen in that room. So, how? How could you know something like that? It's because you're his client. That's why. You hired Shelly the Killer to assassinate Juan Corrida. The real mastermind behind this whole murder is you, Matt on guard. And here I was, trying to be a good boy for you, dude. I thought if you didn't know, you'd be able to do your job without feeling bad. Well, that's what I thought, anyway. Mr. On Guard, you really did hire? Hold on a sec. I'm gonna consult myself, okay? Consult myself? Well, I guess it's probably about time anyway. About time for what? I think it's time for you to meet him now, Mr. Lawyer Dude. Who, Shelly? Whoa! Split personality? Are you freaking kidding me? He's got a split personality. Oh my god. How do you do, Mr. Lawyer? I am Matt on Guard. And I like chocolate milk, apparently. Wow. What the heck? Well done, Mr. Wright. I bet it wasn't easy to gather as much information as you have. You really... So you are Shelly the Killer's client? You didn't really think I would dirty my own hands in this, did you? I don't know why I'm giving it an Irish accent. It's just happening that way. What do you mean? And that woman, Adrian, was quite brave herself, trying to stick the crime on me. I didn't think she had it in her. But all I care about is that Juan is dead. Isn't that right, Mr. Lawyer? That's... Dude, the cop back there is literally just like, let me write this down. You're lying. What a terrible... It's way past your bedtime, little girl. Go on and let us grown-ups talk about more adult things. But why? Why did you hire the video... I thought you said hire the video camera. A weakling soon believes the words of others, just like that pathetic Adrian. He knew about Miss Andrews' secret? But I'm no weakling. I don't believe anyone. Least of all assassins. What? Oh, come now, Mr. Wright. Assassins aren't above blackmail. They turn their clients into cash cows by holding the sinful deed over their heads. And a superstar like me, how much do you think I'm worth? Care to guess? Hey, I have a request if you want to accept it about gaming. Well, tell me what it is. And that's why? Yes, that's where the video comes in. It's got his face in the crime scene recorded on it, preserved for all time. With that, I can keep him at bay and even blackmail him if I want. That's right, that video is my insurance. Isn't that what they call it, Mr. Wright? Why would you do something so wrong? Because I'm a grown-up and I can. Good enough for an answer for you, little girl? Motive. What the heck, bro? I wonder if I play with you on stream? I wouldn't be against that. Why? Why would you kill Mr. Corrida? Because he was about to sling so much dung onto my beautiful public image. Scandals are a little annoying, aren't they? This is all because of that press conference, isn't it? If Mr. Corrida had been able to give it, then Mr. On Guard's secret would have... Ah, well, that's what we call taking advantage of the situation, you know. I had no interest in doing it, really, but bit by bit it crept up on me. And then the situation just presented itself perfectly. How beautiful, I thought. And that's how Mr. Corrida ended up dead. Let me tell you something. I'm not like Adrian. I don't depend on anyone. People are just simply things to be used and thrown away. Put on a sweet innocent face and people will swallow anything you feed them. Adrian fell for it, the assassin too. Oh, and how can I forget? Even you fell for it, Mr. Lawyer. Everyone, all working their butts off for me, Matt on Guard. Oh, did that leave you speechless? What a shame. Oh my gosh, dude. What's wrong, Mr. Lawyer? You've grown awfully quiet. How could I have been so deceived by you all this time? When we first met, I asked if you had killed Juan Corrida, and you answered very clearly that you hadn't killed anyone. Hey now, I never told you any lies. The person who did the killing was that tequila guy, right? All I'm guilty of is taking a cat nap in my room. You killed Mr. Corrida! I dare you to say that in court tomorrow. Ugh. Oh, but too bad, you can't. You're my lawyer after all, aren't you? You could always drop my case and refuse to represent me. How does that sound? Oh, but you can't, can you? That would be the one thing you absolutely can't do. Mystic Maya. Oh my god. You wouldn't want to test a killer. He's a man of his word, or so I hear. You could end up getting a certain friend of yours rubbed out if you lose. You scoundrel! So if I were you, Mr. Wright, Esquire, I think I would give it all my tomorrow. My all tomorrow. Remember, everyone likes a happy win-win resolution. I'll get you for this! That's such a cliché phrase. Juan said something just like that, if memory serves. Of course, well, we all know how well things turned out for him, don't we? Good night, Mr. Lawyer. Holy cow. Maya, what am I supposed to do? Dude, we actually are defending a guilty guy. That's crazy. And now you finally found it. Edgeworth! The starting line of this case. Edgeworth. I don't care for the horrid atmosphere here. Let's return to the precinct. I blinked, and I can travel us to the precinct. March 22nd. Well, Wright, what are you going to do if you plan on changing your strategy? No, we can't do that. That's right. He's holding Maya hostage. What should I do? That's not something I can answer for you. Oh god, I need to do a different Edgeworth voice than that. Right. Only you can decide where to go from here. 1 year ago, at that time, I didn't truly understand what a prosecutor was. And that is why I had to leave the prosecutor's office. I felt that I couldn't stand in a court of law until I knew what a prosecutor really was. And now, Wright, it's your turn. My turn? What is this thing called a lawyer? What can you do as one? You must find the answer, and you must find it on your own. Holy cow. I'm a lawyer, but to fight for someone who is clearly a killer. Mad on guard. That man is really... Ugh! It doesn't matter who. Every person deserves a proper defense and a fair trial. Isn't that the basis of our judicial system? Proper defense? But what exactly is that? Is it where a lawyer forcibly and blindly gets an acquittal through shouting and trickery? Ironic that you of all people should say such a thing. Isn't that exactly how you have fought for your clients up until now? Well, that may be true, but that's because I believe my clients to be innocent from the bottom of my heart. But if I were to get on guard and acquittal, that isn't a proper defense at all. Oh my god, dude. Like I can say Discord call, send it to stream, so it's up to you. Alright, man. That's all good. I became a lawyer because I thought I could save people who are suffering and in pain. Man, but when I look at this mess we're in, I can't even protect the person closest to me. Maya! And Edgeworth's like, wow, I'm hurt, right? Even if I win the case, I still lose in the end. I just don't know what to do. Right. Would you get a hold of yourself? You have it all wrong. Huh? We aren't some sort of heroes. We're only human, you and I. You want to save someone? That's something easier said than done, wouldn't you say? That's... You are a defense attorney. You can't run away from that. You can only fight. That's all you can do. Why fight? Let's get philosophical. People like you and Francisca von Karma are always using all you have to pin me down. You fight to the very end, even when you know the truth is not with you. But I'm not like you. I can't fight for a false verdict, for a man I clearly know to be guilty. Francisca, she fights for herself. The only thing she fights for is her perfect win record, that's all. And? Isn't it the same as you? Isn't that why you ran away a year ago? Because your precious win record was destroyed? You are so petty! I see. Now I understand why you despise me so. However, you are mistaken. What are you? Thanks to you, when you sealed off my path to a perfect win record, I began to realize the error of my ways. I realized that things such as a perfect record were meaningless. What? I don't believe you. Are you saying that is why you left the prosecutor's office? But then, why? Why are you here now? The answer to that is something you will find out on your own. I have faith you will see it before the verdict is read tomorrow. But if you can't, then you will be powerless to change the ending of this story. Beep, 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 beep. Mr. Nick, the transceiver. Beep. I'm sorry for what happened earlier. Now then, Mr. Attorney, do you wager you can attain the acquittal tomorrow? My. What is the matter, Mr. Attorney? I don't sense your usual anger this time. Tell me, please. Why are you holding Maya hostage for Mr. On Guard's sake? Why are you doing this for that cold-blooded killer? Right. Please don't misunderstand things. He is my client. Don't toy with me. A man who hires an assassin is just as much of a killer himself. I believe you are asking me for a reason as to why I'm doing what I am. Yeah? This is what I like to call my aftercare. What the heck is an aftercare? My name carries a certain amount of honor and dignity, Mr. Attorney. I take great care to ensure that no suspicion falls upon my clients for my handiwork. That is what is called client relations, and this is part of an assassin's duty. An assassin's duty? We were unlucky this time, and my client was arrested as a suspect. As a result, I did what I had to enlist your expert help, Mr. Attorney, and to assure that you would do everything in your power to the very end. What is your name? I believe I told you once before. However, you did, but my name is DeKiller. Shelly DeKiller. You're Shelly DeKiller? Please keep in mind, you do not have much space to maneuver with me. As a DeKiller, I always finish what I set out to do. If you fail to keep up your end of the bargain, Maya, it would be my duty as an assassin to see to it she receives a nice long nap. No. Now then, if you'll excuse me, if someone were to trace this signal back to me, it would be quite troublesome. That's Shu! That's literally Shu! That's Matt On Guard's cat! Dude! Shu is, I spit all over my screen. Shu is literally going to be the key to this entire case. Mystic Maya, Mystic Maya. I don't know what to say. Edgeworth. Huh? Did you hear that? At the end of the transmission. It's Shu! Huh? Oh, that. It sounded like a cat. A cat? It can't be! That cat. Can it? What is it? I know where Shelly DeKiller is holding Maya hostage. Why is the music so bumping right now? Edgeworth, have all police units head for On Guard Mansion immediately. Alright, you hurry over there as well. Don't lose hope yet, Pearls. The fight has only just begun. Yeah, oh my god. We're going. Quiet music. There we go. On Guard Mansion! Teddy Bear! Teddy Bear! What are you... Maya! Please answer us, Missing Maya! We have this area completely surrounded. There's no way for him to escape. Assuming he's still in the area. I can't believe it. That butler, all this time, he was the killer. He and On Guard were working together all this time. I'm sure they had worked out a contingency plan ahead of time. No. The bear! Oh, it's a figurine of a bear. But there are a lot of cuts in it for some reason. A wooden bear Monokuma, baby. A bear? Isn't that more of a thing for Mr. Kurita? Why would something like this be here? Right, look down. There's a little pet door installed here. I'm sure that's for Shu. Do you think that this came through that little door? This door is locked. Well, I'm pretty used to breaking down doors by now. Let's go, Edgeworth. Brr! 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 This is it, dude. There's no one here. From the looks of this room, I would say this is On Guard's private lounge. Look at this right. An antenna for sending and receiving radio signals, and a VCR. Check inside the deck. If there's a tape, it would be an important piece of evidence. And if we're lucky, it'll have the moment the crime was committed recorded on it. I'm sorry, but the tape deck is empty. There's no tape to be found. No. But there's no mistake that someone used this record to record something. It looks like someone took the tape we're looking for and escaped with it. Back room? Wine cellar! Oh. We've searched all over, but it looks like he got away. I'm sorry. It looks like he slipped out of our grasp this time. And now we've lost our only lead. Don't give up yet. This little girl is looking to you for you to be her pillar. Yeah, you're right. We're close, I can tell. We've already set up checkpoints along every route leading out of this district. Leave the rest to us. Maya. There's a thing down there. This looks like a picture of Miss Inpax. With love, Celeste. Miss Inpax? You mean... Yes, Mr. Kurita's former manager. Why would a picture of Miss Inpax be here in Mr. On Guard's mansion? And why does it say, with love? Now, this might be a clue. Celeste's photo. Added to the court record. What's wrong, Pearls? Please let me see that picture frame. Huh? What's so special about the frame? On the back. There's something written on the back of the frame. Maya. It's missing Maya. She left us a message. What? Pog. Oh. Oh my god, she actually like wrote a letter in like the back of the picture frame. That's hilarious. I knew you'd come. I knew you would. Now listen up. You'd better get on guard at guilty sentence, okay? If you get that creepy slime bag and not guilty, I'll never forgive you ever. I'm fine, so you don't need to worry. And there's so much I want to write, but I don't think I have a lot of time left. Pearly, you're there too, right? Make sure you help Nick, okay? Someone's got to watch out for the helpless lunk. That's it for now. I skipped the message! I skipped the message! Oh no! No! Missing my, Right! What's wrong? Why is the blank stare? Oh, nothing. We've searched the house, and this is the last room. Looks like he eluded us. Edgeworth. Yes? As far as clues go, I think this is about all I'm going to get. But I'm still short one last thing. And what is that? Adrian's lock! Boom! Miss Andrews' psych lock. If I could just find out what secret she's holding, then I think I could stand a chance in court tomorrow to blow this case wide open and expose the truth. I think I know what you're thinking. I'll contact the detention center. Thanks, Edgeworth. Well, let's go, Pearls. It's time to open that last lock. Whew, this is so intense. Good evening, Mr. Wright. What's wrong? You look ill. Miss Andrews, I've come to remove your psych lock. Psych lock? I want to know, and you will tell me. Your secret. Fine, go ahead. Try to break me if you can. Listen, you only have one lock. It's not that hard to break you, Miss Andrews. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Here we go. Why frame him? Can you please tell me why you framed Mr. On Guard for the murder? I've already told you countless times. It's because I thought Matt was the killer. No, that's not it. I know you had a personal reason to dislike Mr. On Guard. Miss Andrews, you may think I didn't hear it, but I know you said something earlier. You said revenge. So you were saying I was taking my revenge out on Matt, and that's why? What an absurd idea. I don't have anything I want to take revenge for. Miss Andrews, a woman who lives by being dependent on other people. There is something in her past that would make her want to take revenge. Wait, okay, so is it the photo? No, okay, I think it's the profile, because I think this is going to be a multi-step lock. Celeste. There's only one catalyst that could cause such strong feelings and even revenge, and that is Miss Impax's suicide. What are you trying to say? Celeste was Juan's manager. On top of that, the one who hid her suicide note was also Juan. What does all this have to do with Matt? You're right. You haven't mentioned him yet. But for you to hate Mr. On Guard, it would mean that he must have some relation to Miss Impax and her suicide. Can you explain to me this relation between Celeste and Matt? I can. With love! This is a photo of Miss Impax, correct? She looks younger than when she passed away, though. With love, Celeste. This is Miss Impax's handwriting, isn't it? Where did you find this? No, that's alright. It was a rhetorical question. Yeah, it is. I found this at Mr. On Guard's mansion. And after all this time, my last remaining secret has been revealed. Boom! Let's go! Enough with the secrets. Tell me the truth. Let me chug this coffee real quick. Oh, I can taste the grinds. I can taste all the coffee grinds. The fragrance of coffee grinds. Why frame him? Celeste. She was supposed to get married to Juan. Yes, but I heard that it didn't work out. Because Mr. Krita didn't want to get married to her anymore, right? Yes, because of Matt. Because of Mr. On Guard? What do you mean? I think that can see where this is going. Ooh, he was Mr. Steal Your Girl! Celeste. She was Matt's manager a long time ago. She was the happiest woman in the world at that time. Oh, ho, ho, ho! Dang, bro. I was working part-time back then, and I often saw the two of them together. So that's why, with love, Celeste is written on the frame of that picture. They were a couple, weren't they? It wasn't. Okay, they were a couple, weren't they? It wasn't anything as splendid as that. Celeste was being used, toyed with until she was thrown away. That's so horrible. Matt's entire image is built around how nice and wonderful of a man he is. A scandal would have destroyed that, which is why Celeste, in her kindness, moved over to Worldwide Studios, and that is where she met Juan. She seemed really happy with him, even happier than when she was with Matt. Celeste and Juan were a good match, were such a good match that they were even planning to get married. And then, it was suddenly called off. On that night, Juan called the marriage off Celeste. She killed herself. And that's why I framed Matt. It was revenge for Celeste and for myself. I'm sure even you can guess why Juan called the wedding off, right? Matt confessed to Juan about his relationship with Celeste. I see. So that's what happened. But then why did Mr. Krita have to call off the wedding? I don't understand at all. He was petty. It was probably because of his worthless male pride. Exactly. He was petty. Juan and Matt were always fierce rivals. Matt waited for the wedding announcement and then unleashed the truth on Juan. He was aiming for when it would hurt Juan the most. Poor Miss Impax. That wasn't the end of it. That day, I'm almost certain that Celeste left a suicide note behind. And in that note, she left a detailed account of Matt's various misdeeds, and so that she would never again be hurt by Matt, she chose to die. Then, when Juan discovered her body, he hid her note. But why would he do that? It's simple. Juan realized that note was a powerful weapon against Matt, and it would be especially damaging to his refreshing like a spring breeze image. In any case, so he took the note to use as blackmail or to reveal it. With his pride hurt, Juan sought revenge. Revenge, there's that word again. Juan wanted to publicly disclose the contents of that suicide note. At a time that would cause Matt the most damage, of course. Oh my god. And that was at the press conference after the stage show. I know all about it because I heard it all from Juan. It was so I could find out about all this that I drew close to Juan to begin with. They're quite a pair of hideous monsters, aren't they? Even Celeste's death was something for them to use in their game. That night when I found Juan's body, it was only natural that I thought the murderer was Matt. Those two were always spying on one another after all. As for me, I was frantically searching for Celeste's suicide note. I wanted to destroy it before it ever went public. I was going to burn it. I'd even brought a lighter. But wouldn't you want Matt to suffer the consequences of the suicide note, though? I mean, okay, here's the thing. I understand that she does not want the note to be used for any more petty drama. I understand that. But, like, Matt and Juan are, like, 50-50 on the reason why Impax killed herself. So, like, I would think that she wanted both of them to suffer from it. I couldn't find the suicide note, and that's when revenge crossed my mind. Yes, I was going to bring to them my own kind of cruel revenge. By framing him for the murder. Celeste was killed by those two monsters. So when I stabbed Juan's body with that knife, I didn't feel a single shred of guilt. Wow, and that's all I have to say. Well, Mr. Wright, even knowing all this, are you still going to help that man? I'm a lawyer. I see. What a foul profession. Thank you very much for your time and for talking with me. It was no big deal. I couldn't sleep anyway. I can't sleep either. Not with my situation or with what I know now. That's crazy. Holy crap. Chat, this entire case just got 20 million times more complicated. And I love it. I love it. What? This again? Huff huff? Urgh. How did I get into this mess? That's far enough! You can't run forever. Mr. Phoenix, right? Where is this going, man? I have no clue where... What?! This played in the beginning of the game! Hold on, am I dumb? Did I press something to, like, restart this? I cannot allow you to go on like this. This was in the beginning of the game. But I'm just a simple defense attorney. Silence!
You are no longer worthy of your title.
I thought this was something else. Wait, did I mess up or something? Or is this... Are they just playing it again for some reason? I've had this dream before. Okay, they are playing it again. I thought for some reason I like started a new game or something. As if this day was written into my destiny. Today, I'll stand in court as a lawyer. To prove a killer innocent. Damn. Dude, this is so dramatic. But, oh my god. I absolutely love it. Okay, I just have to think about everything. You know what I mean? I gotta... Ooh. Wait, there's a... No. There's not. Okay, you know what? I'm literally... Oh, God. Dude, I'm not even gonna lie. I'm just like... I'm so confused about this entire trial. Hi, Fister. Hello. I'm just gonna keep trying, though. Hello, I was here the whole time, by the way. Welcome. This is the end, by the way. Chat, we are finishing Justice for All today. We're finishing it. We're finishing it today. This is the end of Justice for All. We're ending Phoenix Wright today, chat. Beep. Hello, this is Phoenix Wright. You don't look so well, dude. You're gonna prove me not guilty today, right? Beep. If you please, Mr. Lawyer, remember, it's not just me. Your precious friend's life is riding on today's verdict, too. Ugh. My god. Now listen up. You better get on guard. A guilty sentence, okay? If you get that creepy slime bag and not guilty, I'll never forgive you ever. Maya. Phoenix. Maya! Oh my god. I needed your assistance this whole time. Welcome. Maya. How's Maya? I don't know. You don't know? She hasn't tried to channel me since yesterday. Oh. Sorry. My bad. What am I supposed to do? Well, like I said, for a lawyer, the worst of all times is when you have to force your biggest smiles. But you can't give up. There's still some hope left. Stop it, please. There's nothing left. Not here, not anywhere. Are you gonna play Trials and Tribulation after this? Oh, yes. Because, I mean, I have the trilogy, so I would play the entire trilogy, obviously. I mean, too loud, LOL. Ah, I said a curse on guard again. Beep. Will you leave me alone? Look, don't call me anymore. I mean it.
You're really mean, pal.
No, Gumshoe. Gumshoe. I'm really sorry. Where are you? They let me join the investigation team, and we're chasing after the killer, pal. Okay, so Gumshoe gets rehired. I thank God. Gumshoe getting fired last time we played this game really broke my heart. Then you have some sort of lead. Sorry, but right now we got 0 leads on the guy. But we're not going to give up. Gumshoe, until the trial is over, until the verdict is handed down, we're going to do everything we can and find the killer. If we can get Maya out, then you can get on guard the guilty verdict he deserves, pal. That's true, I could do that if they found Maya first. You got that? So you have to do whatever you can to make the trial last longer. I have to make the trial last longer? If you go at Mr. Edgeworth with everything you got, then you two can draw it out. Oh, now I get it. I believe in you, pal. You and Mr. Edgeworth can do it. So, believe in us. We're gonna give it all we got, just like you. Got it. Thanks, Gumshoe. Beep. Hey, Phoenix. You understand now, don't you? You have something money will never be able to buy. Friendship. It's the strongest weapon in the world, and you have it in abundance. Yeah. If you know Zerolism, how do you know it's a guy? We've seen him before, and he's been talking to us the whole time. Looks like we're coming to the end. I have to make this trial last as long as I can. Gumshoe will come through, I know it. Gumshoe! We love you, Gumshoe! Let's go, let's freaking go. Where's Francisca? I thought she was gonna be, okay, whatever. I don't care, I don't care. Court is now in session for the trial of Matt on guard. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. Ooh, let's freaking go. Yeah, we're literally using the power of friendship. Now, as I recall, we concluded yesterday's session with a big mystery on our hands. The mystery being what exactly was Miss Adrian Andrews' role in this murder. That is to say, is she really connected to the crime itself? Mr. Edgeworth, if you would please inform the court of today's proceedings. Adrian Andrews. She forged evidence that threw suspicion onto Mr. On Guard, and then proceeded to escape the crime scene by wearing a nickel samurai costume. The guilt of these actions are those from which she cannot escape. Then you're saying she is guilty after all? I'm not finished, Your Honor. Miss Andrews has nothing to do with committing the actual murder. I would like to direct the court's attention to this card. What is that? It looks like a shell. This is the calling card of a certain assassin. Assassin, you say? Yes, Juan Carita was killed by a professional assassin. And the person who hired the assassin, his client, so to speak, is Matt On Guard. Literally everything Edgeworth just said is the truth, and we have to fight against that. That's crazy. He said ass? Bruh. What a surprising turn of events. I would think it's become commonplace by now, Your Honor. I know what's going on this time, so I know that everything Edgeworth has said is true. But we still have to hold out as long as we can. At least until Maya is safe and sound. I wonder how the trial will turn out today. Now then, please call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. Is that my fan? I hate you, fan. I think I'll just talk over it, to be honest. The prosecution calls the defendant's mentor, Mr. Will Powers, to the stand. It's Will. Just Will. Just Will. Now then, witness, your name and occupation, please.
Okay. I'm Will Powers. I'm a poor, underpaid action star.
And what is your relation to the defendant?
Well, I guess I'm sort of a lousy mentor to him in a way, yeah.
Mr. Powers, please, you don't need to put yourself down so much.
Oh, sorry. Well, I'm just kind of a nothing sort of guy.
On the night of the murder, you visited the defendant's room. Is this correct?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
You know, I didn't actually get to see Matt when I went.
All you need to do is answer when you're asked. Now then, I would like you to please testify about about when you went to Mr. On Guard's room.
Okay, sure.
Okay, a visit to Matt's room. What do you think is on the paper? Who knows? I don't even know. Who knows? It's an autopsy report, I bet.
After the award ceremony, I went by myself to Matt's room.
That's Shelly the Killer! Right there! Talking with Matt! Holy cow.
Matt was standing there in front of his room, still in his nickel samurai costume. He was talking with someone. At first, I thought it was the bellboy. I watched the two of them for a while, but then I gave up and went back. I had guests with me that night, and I couldn't make them wait for me.
Holy cow. Tomato wine, exactly. I think sounds out of place in Mr. Powers' testimony. And talking with the bellboy is no big deal. If one assumes that the person Mr. On Guard was speaking with was an ordinary bellboy, what are you implying? Well, Mr. Wright, let's have your cross-examination, shall we? Looks like we're in another sticky situation. Huh? A trap. Can't you smell it, Phoenix? But for us to find out more, we're just going to have to charge in head first, right? You know, I love traps, so here we go. Visit to Matt's room. I'm just going to press on everything. We need to drag out this trial as much as we can, so I need to press on everything. The defendant's room. Why did you go there?
Well, I'm his mentor, like a big brother, sort of, and I wanted to say congrats.
What's wrong? Why did you stop?
Mr. Wright.
What is it?
You're gonna try and trick me into a corner, aren't you?
Huh?
I know I'm just a poor underpaid action star, but I'm not the killer.
No one said you were, Mr. Powers.
No, please, don't trick me. Every time you do your lawyer thing, the witness suddenly turns into the bad guy.
Every time? Thinking about it, yeah, that is kind of true. The last person to testify in a trial is usually the killer, but not this time. We know who did it. Witness, I will personally talk to the defense at a later time. So for now, please kindly cooperate and continue with your testimony.
Sorry.
I love Will. He's so cool. So you went to the defendant's room and then? Hey, wait a minute. When and how did I suddenly turn into the bad guy here? Are you sure that was Matt On Guard?
Yeah, I'm sure. He wasn't wearing the nickel samurai mask then.
If that's the case, then he really can't be mistaken. And what was the defendant doing standing in his own room? Hold it! At first, what do you mean by that? I don't even know what he said.
Well, he was in a bellboyish uniform and he had a bottle of juice on a tray.
Sounds like an ordinary bellboy to me.
Yeah, but I didn't think he was a normal bellboy.
And why was that?
Why did I think that, Mr. Wright?
How am I supposed to know?
Sorry, but I can't remember right now. I'm sorry.
I guess I'm going to have to wait patiently on this one. That's all well and good with me. We need nothing but time right now. No, I wanted to... Hold it! You saw the two of them, the bellboy and the defendant together, correct?
Yeah, the bellboy just wanted to say congrats.
Now, while you were watching the two of them, did you notice anything strange?
You know, I did feel something weird. I think it was because Matt, well, he gave the bellboy a tip.
A tip? But that's a perfectly normal thing to do. So how long did you watch the two of them?
No more than a minute or two, I think.
He was paying Shelly to kill her to murder Juan. That's crazy. Okay, hold it. So who are these guests you're talking about? It's literally me and Maya, by the way.
You guys, of course. You and Maya and Little Pearl. I thought that it would be really rude since I invited you guys if I disappeared on you. So I went back to my seat pretty soon after seeing Matt in the hallway.
This is like squeezing water from a stone. It's probably pointless to press further. Do you remember this incident? Did Mr. Powers leave his seat that night? I don't remember that happening at all. Maya was making such a racket in her hyper state. I ended up focusing on her. I see. In any case, from this story, he probably wasn't gone for very long. Oh God, what do I even like press on here? Jeez, I'm crow. The tip is weird. No, hold on. The tip is weird because I think he used that to pay the bellboy. Hold on, let's go. We used the word plain rather than regular. Pearl, I hate Pearl. Why? Why do you hate Pearl? The bellboy influenced taking grass. You know, saying anything strange. I think it's because Matt gave the bellboy a tip. That's perfectly normal thing to do. How long did you watch to them? Not more than a... What the frick? I pressed him on everything, right? Wait. Why did you go there? I think I've already... Sorry, I've already done this one. I think I've thing on everything, right? So I have to present something. What is it with you and playing anime games? This is a mainstream game, chat. I don't know what you guys are talking about. I watched... I'm so very confused about this, because I swear to God, I pressed on everything, and I'm trying to think of anything wrong. At first, I didn't think he was the bellboy. Why did I think that? Wait, actually, Mr. Powers, only a few minutes ago you stated... Okay.
I did feel something weird. I think it was because Matt, we gave the bellboy a tip.
Could it be that you felt something strange about the tip-giving incident itself?
Ah, yeah, that's it. You really know your job.
I guess not, and that's probably true. I bet Mr. What the heck? He has a separate tab just for a Buki picture? Hey, chat! No. Listen, I saved those sprites so that I could add them as emotes in the Discord. Don't at me like that. Yes, Your Honor?
This bellboy, he wasn't an ordinary one, was he?
Perhaps we should let the witness tell us.
Very well.
Mr. Powers, please amend your testimony.
You mean about the bellboy, right?
Matt gave the bellboy a tip. Hold it. So he gave the bellboy a tip. What's so strange about that?
Yeah, well, you see, Matt... Oh, God, wait. I was trying to figure out how much it was because the tip really shocked me.
How much it was?
But that's when something even more surprising happened. The bellboy was putting the tip he got in his pocket. And that's when I got my first good look at the guy's face. I was really shocked.
I'm afraid I don't follow at all. It sounds like Mr. Powers was surprised twice by this event. I wonder which of was shocking bellboy on guard's tip. The defendant is such a huge star. He can afford to give out generous tips, wouldn't you agree?
Sure, but giving him that much was maybe a little too much, I think.
A little too much? Would you please clarify for the court about how much you would say the defendant gave to the bellboy?
Honestly, I don't know. I can't even begin to guess.
And why is that?
because he gave the bellboy a really, really fat roll of cash.
A roll of cash? Look at Will, all standing like meekly. I love him. Yo, chill. Why Diamond came in here guns blazing? What the heck?
That certainly was a very generous tip, wasn't it?
A very fat roll of cash. That can hardly be called a tip, Your Honor. The judge is beginning to look awfully suspicious of us.
Raise an objection.
We gotta draw this out. The defendant is a superstar. That kind of tip is typical fare for people like him. Objection! Are you saying that all superstars are super spenders? If I could receive large rolls of cash by simply bringing people things on trays, then why on earth would I stand around here prosecuting?
He's got a point. I don't even get paid, let alone rolls of cash for all my hard work.
Twat Unguard. Unguard is a murderer, by the way. I'm just saying. Wait, by the way, just to make sure, is there a new like profile for like his evil version? No. There's no evil version for Matt. Okay, that's fine. So supposing that roll of cash was not a tip, then what was it? Payment, Your Honor.
Payment?
Isn't it obvious? For the murder of Mr. Juan Carita.
Then the bellboy the witness saw.
Yes, he was the assassin. Everything in Ace Attorney when they find something out. Exactly, dude.
Hold your horses now, Mr. Edgeworth. You don't have any proof of this, do you?
Crap. Have I ever been unprepared to support my claims, Your Honor? I have here the card Shelley DeKiller left at the scene of the crime.
Shelley DeKiller?
He is the person the police's special investigations team has been chasing for ages. I am certain that the person the witness saw was this very assassin, Shelley DeKiller.
Really?
Huh? What's wrong, Mr. Powers?
No, nothing. Something just clicked in my head and I think I just figured something out.
Oh?
Actually, I saw that bellboy again later on that night.
What? Guys, idiotic, Diamond, stop fighting. Please, both of you. Mr. Powers, please testify. Tell us what you saw.
Yes, sir, right away.
It's the second time. Part 2.
This time I was in that hallway because I had to go to the bathroom. And that's when that bellboy I saw earlier came out of the room. Of course, when I say room, I mean Mr. Juan Garita's room. Now that I think about it, that bellboy did seem kind of out of place. Yeah, so he had to be the assassin. I'm sure of it. I mean...
It's just banter. You guys are literally arguing. Okay, thank you very much. That is all we need for now.
But I'm not done. There's still more.
Let us first establish that the bellboy was truly Mr. DeKiller. Then we shall see. So the bellboy came out of the victim's room. And if that bellboy really was the assassin, then I think the answer is fairly obvious. Hey, Mr. If you're playing a Nintendo game like Fortnite, I was playing a capture card, and my Chromebook playing Nintendo. Wait, if I were to be playing a Nintendo like Fortnite, I think, okay, wait. Stream on my Chromebook and play on my Nintendo? I think you would need a capture card or something. Your brother's fun to talk to? Creepy. That would be correct, Your Honor. Well, Mr. Wright, I believe it's your turn to entertain and make us laugh. Ha! Ha 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 ha. This is no laughing matter. Oh my god, dude. The second time. Okay, here we go. I'm just gonna press on everything. We need more time. And what time was it?
Well, I don't remember.
The award ceremony ended around 8 p.m., right?
And I went to Matt's room pretty soon after that, and then I came back. And then I went to the bathroom. So I guess maybe it was around 8:10 by that time?
You're not one for details, are you, Mr. Powers?
Sorry, I thought I could maybe catch Matt and say my congrats.
And that's when the bellboy came out of the room. Are you sure it was the same bellboy?
Yeah.
And how could you tell? All the bellboys wear the same uniform after all.
But you see, well, he had those stitches in his face. Ugh. So I'm sure it was the same guy that was talking with Matt.
So which room did the bellboy come out of?
Of course, when I say room, I mean one of Carita's room.
Hold it! I know where you live, in the Milky Way? Funny. The victim's room, huh?
Yeah, the one with all the really pretty flowers and teddy bears. It was Juan's room, alright.
Words cannot describe how screwed I am. Let's continue with the testimony, shall we?
Now that I think about it, that bellboy did seem kind of out of place. Hold it! So what exactly was so out of place about him? Right. Why the insipid grin? Maybe because I have no idea what damaging thing he's going to say next? Well, the bellboy was empty-handed. Empty-handed? That bellboy was one of those room service people, right? But he wasn't pushing a cart, and he wasn't holding a tray either. You'd call that a little strange too, wouldn't you? I agree that this is a bit strange, Mr. Powers. But is it really that unusual for a bellboy to be empty-handed? What should I do? Try to pull a fast one! Oh my gosh, dude. There is nothing strange or unusual about an empty-handed bellboy.
But there really is.
There really isn't! If you two are done being school children, bellboys offer room service. There is no reason for them to be empty-handed ever. Your Honor, I ask that the witness's previous statement be supplemented with this new one. Edgeworth, are you going to do whatever you can to make the bellboy look suspicious? I see. Very well, this court recognizes and grants the prosecution's request. Mr. Powers, if you could amend your testimony, please.
Yes, sir.
Yo, gosh, why are you guys saying that mean stuff to each other? Guys, please relax. I'll time you both out. I thought it was kind of strange. Wait, do I actually? Okay, wait. Oh? Mr. Powers?
Yes?
You're easily influenced by other people's words, aren't you? As soon as you heard that the bellboy might have been the killer, you got caught up in believing it must be true.
But isn't he really suspicious? He's got all those stitches and...
So, a baseball has stitches. Are you saying that all baseballs are suspicious because they have stitches? I am totally BSing right now.
Well, there's also, I mean, what about him being empty-handed?
That was such a dumb line, by the way. I would like to ask the court to please take a look here. Oh, there is a tray in here. He was not empty-handed. This is the crime scene. There's a wine glass sitting next to Mr. Kurita's body. The liquid inside this glass is tomato juice. And now, if you would look at what is on top of the table in the lower right corner here, anyone can clearly see that it is a tray with a bottle of tomato juice on it. The bellboy had just brought this to Mr. Kurita's room. He left the tray in the room, which is why he was empty-handed when he left.
But wouldn't that mean that the bellboy had seen and left a dead body in the room?
Ah, but you can prove that Mr. Kurita was... But can you prove that Mr. Kurita was already dead at that time?
Mr. Edgeworth.
Yes?
I blame you for leading me down this route.
I'm terribly sorry. What is with him? Why is he laughing? Witness, isn't there one more thing you'd like to share with us?
Is there?
The bellboy was empty-handed. Or should I say, empty-handed. I recall you had something interesting to say about his hands.
Oh yeah, I almost forgot.
Huh? What?
That bellboy, he was wearing gloves.
Gloves?
Yeah, the pitch black leather ones. All the other bellboys don't wear gloves like that, right?
Black leather gloves? Why didn't you mention them earlier?
Sorry, it slipped my mind.
Ugh, boy, does this make this bellboy look really suspicious. Alright, gotta focus. I can't get lax here. So what if he had gloves? A lot of bellboys wear gloves.
Come on, Mr. Wright, that bellboy's wearing black leather ones.
So? A football is made of leather. Are you saying all footballs are suspicious because they are made of leather? This is such a dumb line, by the way. I'm gonna stream Among Us now? Alright, cool. Stop, idiotic.
But that man, he received a large roll of cash from the defendant. And then he was seen leaving the crime scene wearing black leather gloves. I don't think that even someone like myself can believe he was just another bellboy.
It seems that we have finally come to an understanding. Now then, witness, please continue with the rest of your testimony. The rest?
Oh yes, please tell us more.
Okay. Oh my god, dude, we're so screwed. But we gotta keep going.
After leaving Juan's room, the bellboy went and knocked on Matt's door just like that. He gave something to the person inside the room. Then the old guy just left without even going into the room. After that, I went back to the bathroom and then back to my seat.
So the bellboy, after leaving the crime scene, next went to the defendant's room?
Yeah, I kind of saw all that by accident.
Some accident? I'd say you saw too much. And if all of it was suspicious of high heaven. I think it's safe to say that we can no longer consider this bellboy to be normal. Now then, let's get started, shall we? Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. Yes, Your Honor. What the actual hell? I'm gonna just delete that. I'm gonna just delete that one. Hold it! Is that what you saw? You were busy spying?
Excuse me? I may be a poor underpaid action star, but even I wouldn't stoop to spying.
Well, I think the point is, where did you watch all this from, Mr. Powers?
Oh, from the door of the bathroom with my left eye and a sort of sneaky spy-like.
I knew he was spying. Oh my god. What? Wait, what? Which message did you delete? Idiotic, stop spamming that. Copy paste. Don't do that. Well, does it really matter whether he was doing it over or underhandedly? What did the bellboy do next? That's all I care to know. I said hold it!
Okay.
That's better. What kind of statement is that? Please elaborate and give us a few more details.
Oh, okay.
I should probably ask him one question at a time. So who took this something the bellboy handed off?
Actually, I don't know.
What do you mean?
I'm sorry, but I only saw the person's arm.
Only an arm? Then you're saying you didn't see the person's face.
Yeah.
Well, it was Mr. On Guard's room, correct? So it could have only been Mr. On Guard himself, I'd say. And then, what did the bellboy do after that?
Oh, so after he gave the person inside the room the thing...
Okay, let me ask him the other question. Let me have the other question. Hold it! He gave something to this person?
Yeah.
And what was this something?
If I remembered what it was, I wouldn't be calling it a something, would I?
But this implies that something was removed from the scene of the crime. Are you sure you really can't remember, Mr. Powers?
I think it was something kind of small.
I would like to summarize the testimony up to this point, if you don't mind. When the bellboy left the crime scene, he immediately went to the defendant's room. There, he handed a small item of some sort to the person inside. As for the person who received the item, all you could see was the person's arm.
Yes, it was just like that.
Mr. Edgeworth, is all this really that important?
Of course, Your Honor.
I think this is of the utmost importance. This is when whatever was removed from the crime scene was handed over to the client. Mr. Powers, please, try to remember what the bellboy handed off.
Well, let's see. I think it was, no.
If you remember, please add it to your testimony.
Yes, sir.
Some sort of wooden statue? Hold on. Let me just press the other statements. Yes, you did, idiotic. Where did this bellboy go after he left Mr. On Guard's room?
He opened the door to Viola Hall. And went in there, and who knows after that, right?
I do. He went back to my seat. Hold it! Did you see anything strange, suspicious, or just out of the ordinary at that time?
Oh yeah, I saw one more thing.
What? He saw something else?
There was this really jittery alien with a ray gun. It was watching Juan's door like some sort of stalker.
I think we can forget about the alien. Well, Mr. Powers' testimony just now was as vague as his first. It's a little troublesome, isn't it? But I'm sure if you press him enough, it'll become clearer. Okay, talk about a lose-lose situation. A statue?
Yeah, it kind of looked like one, I guess.
If I saw the actual thing again, I'd probably remember, you know? Looks like for this trial to proceed, I'm going to have to come up with whatever this statue was and show it to him. You're going to have to trust your instinct on this one and take a chance, Phoenix. What did the bellboy do after that? Okay, I have to present here. A wooden statue? Really? What was the point of that pregnant pause?
Where did that objection come from? Well, speak up.
It was me, Your Honor. What is it, Phoenix? I have a feeling that something bad is going to happen once I show this. Mr. Wright, if you have something to say, please spit it out. Yes, Your Honor. Okay, Phoenix, deep breath. Mr. Powers, there's something you saw. Was it this item?
Oh, hey, that's it. That's the sunning. Wow, Mr. Wright, you really figured it out.
I recall we found this in Matt On Guard's mansion. At the defendant's house? Oh my god, dude. Should I presented that? Okay. Okay. Oh god, I think I might have made a mistake. It's simple, Your Honor. Shelley the Killer assassinated Juan Corrida in his room, and then he stole this wooden bear from the scene of the crime. Then the bear being found in Mr. Enguarde's mansion would mean... It goes without saying, Your Honor. Mr. Matt Enguarde is the killer's client. Oh my god, dude. Order. I said order. Mr. Wright, this is the most unfortunate turn of events for you. Yeah. Sorry, Mia. No, it's alright. Your judgment was sound. Actually, I figured the bear would come out. If not now, then it would have come later on. Even if you hadn't shown it to the court, I'm sure your friend Edgeworth would have. I almost forgot that he knew about it, too. I think this is clear that there's no need for us to continue this trial. I can't let this happen. I have to do something. Must be something we've overlooked. Your Honor, a minute, please. Yes, Mr. Wright? There are still a few points left we have not fully explored. What are you trying to pull? Oh, well, we can't have that. All right, Mr. Wright, what do you, person who whoa. Is it, wait. Person who received it, I suppose. Because it could have been Adrian. There is one thing in Mr. Powers' testimony that was very unclear, and that is the identity of the person who received the bear. He gave something to the person inside the room. Oh, I'm sorry, but I only saw the person's arm. As long as we don't know who it was that took the bear. We can't be sure of... What is it, Mr. Powers? If you're going to scream like that, at least give us a good reason why. Oh, yeah, sorry. Actually, so, I remembered. I remember who took the bear. What? Really? I mean, I only saw his arm, but the arm... It was the Nickel Samurai's arm. I swear it. You've got to be kidding! Are you sure of that, Mr. Powers? Yeah, I'm sure it was the Nickel Samurai. Oh my god. Order! It looks like you've dug your own grave yet again. How many times is that today? I've lost count. So the person who took in this little bear was the Nickel Samurai. And as we all know, Matt Enguarde is the Nickel Samurai. But Adrian was literally admitted to wearing the costume before. Thanks to the defense, we've made that all very clear. What am I supposed to do now? Mia, help! You don't have time to act lost. You've got to find another angle to attack this from. Hurry! Now I will bring this cross-exam. Hold it! Your Honor! Again, Mr. Wright? We've already removed any and all questionable errors of this testimony. It's about time you were removed from this court, Mr. Wright. I have to find something. Even one more little point will do. There are still questions left unanswered. What are you trying to pull? Oh, well, we can't have that. Alright, Mr. Wright, what do you, the bear itself. I think it's fairly obvious that the bear itself is very questionable. The bear, Mr. Wright? This was found in Mr. Enguarde's mansion. However, Mr. Enguarde was arrested at the hotel that night, which means that since the murder occurred, he has not had a chance to go home. Oh. I think Your Honor has already figured out what I'm trying to say. It is not possible that it was Mr. Enguarde who took this bear to his mansion. There we go. Why, that's very true. We didn't consider that point, Mr. Wright. There was no way, time-wise, for the defendant to have taken this bear home. Phew. Disaster avert. You haven't gotten to the best of me yet, Mr. Wright. Huh? I remember it clear as day. I remember what you muttered to yourself at Enguarde's mansion. We have this area completely surrounded. There's no way for him to escape. Can't believe that butler all this time when he was the killer. The killer and Enguarde were working together, so to speak. And the killer was hiding at Enguarde's mansion as its butler. What a bold move. The bear figurine was brought back to Enguarde mansion by the killer himself. But why, though? When it looked like he was about to be arrested, Enguarde had him do so. I assume because it would have been bad had the police found it during the investigation. Well, Mr. Wright, you've been quiet for a while now. This is too much. Isn't there anything I can attack at all? I think we've heard enough. We now know why this bear figurine was at the defendant's mansion, as well as who it was that received the bear from the assassin in his room. Everything has become very clear. The killer's client who hired the assassin to commit the murder was Mr. Matt Enguarde. I see no reason for this trial to continue. Therefore, I will now hand down my verdict. Thank you, Your Honor, for your understanding. You see, Mr. Wright, you could not win against the truth, could you? I knew it would turn out this way. After all, what Edgeworth has stated is the truth. Any last objections, Mr. Wright? Well, do I? What should I do? I mean, we've got to raise an objection to save Maya. Oh, no, objection! There's only one way for me to drag this trial out. The only thing I have left is this one dirty trick. Your Honor, right now we have these 2 reasons to believe my client is the assassin's client. Reason number 1, he accepted the bear figurine from the assassin. Reason number 2, that very same figurine was found at Angard Mansion. However, it's possible that this is the work of a certain other person.
What are you saying?
What I'm saying is it's possible a different person is the killer's real client.
The real client?
Yes. Tisk tisk. Is this all you have? Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear your theory. Who do you say is the killer's real client, and therefore the real murderer? I have to say Adrian. I know it's not Adrian, but I have to say Adrian.
Adrian Andrews?
Yes, we already know that she tried to frame Matt Angard for the crime by wearing a spare nickel samurai costume.
Ugh! Then the nickel samurai's arm that I saw...
That could have very well been Miss Andrews.
But what about Mr. Angard?
If you would please recall yesterday's testimony. The defendant was taking a nap during the break period.
That's right. Then, finding this figure at Angard's mansion?
It was a very well-laid trap set by Miss Andrews.
Mr. Edgeworth, what is your opinion on this?
I can't even begin to count the flaws in the defense's logic, besides which there is no evidence to support it. However, I can't fully discount its possibility either. What is with this trial? Come on, anyone can tell. I can't believe that. Yeah, unbelievable. It's not. Oh my god, this is to save Maya. This is to save Maya. This is to save Maya. Even if the whole world turns against me, this is one fight I can't give up on.
Order, order, order. All distracted parties will be forced to leave the courtroom.
Your Honor, for the benefit of the defense, I'm willing to play along with this what-if game.
His what-if game, Mr. Edgeworth?
The prosecution is prepared to challenge the defense's theory. Mr. Wright, even you must have thought it strange and wondered, why would this criminal want this little wooden bear? He's right. The killer did specifically want that bear, did specially bring that bear to Angard right away. Why do you ask? Is there something special about it? Absolutely. And I'm sure that once the court knows its significance, the true killer's identity will become crystal clear. Your Honor, the prosecution calls upon a witness who will clear all doubts against Miss Andrews.
And who would that be?
It's quite simple, Your Honor. Miss Adrian Andrews herself.
Oh my god.
I see.
Well then, the court will take a short 10-minute recess.
The prosecution will prepare its witness in that time. Yes, Your Honor. Oh god, we're so screwed.
Oh, I knew it was a good idea to hold her hostage. Don't you agree, Mr. Lawyer? But I never thought in your desperation you tried to pin the guilt onto Adrian.
Ugh, I swear this demon will pay. Mr. Nick. Pearls? Where's Mia? I don't know. A really strong power suddenly called her away. A really strong power? Maya? Bum, 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 bum. Sorry, I love this theme. Oh, Mr. Nick, your phone is... It's from Gumshoe. Beep. How's it going? Have you been hanging in there, pal? Yeah, sort of. We just barely found something to latch onto. Ew, that's good, pal. What about you? Anything yet? Have you figured out where the killer and Maya are? Yeah, we still don't have any leads, but... What? We don't have any more time. We just had one. Even a single clue would be really helpful. I was only able to come this far because I kept thinking to myself, I've got to keep the trial going until Maya's been rescued. But have I just run out of luck this time? Is all our hope for naught? A tent. Huh? A tent. I can see a circus tent. Mia? It looks like Maya was unconscious until just a few minutes ago. As soon as she woke up, she called for me. So it was Maya that called you away. She's locked in a dusty little room right now. But I could see a circus tent outside the window. The Berry Big Circus! Gumshoe! Is there a circus in town right now? Hey, there's only one, pal. The Berry Big Circus! Maya is somewhere within a 300-foot radius of the main tent. What? Okay, hold on a sec, pal. Hey, draw a circle around that map with our 300-foot radius from the main tent. Hurry! And? I can see a mailbox under the window just outside. Gumshoe, there's also a mailbox. Okay. What else? What else, Mia? I'm sorry, but that was all a very small window. I couldn't see anything else. I felt like I was in an old office building, maybe the 3rd floor or so. I heard her. An old office building. Good shelf, pal. Okay, just hang in there. Just a little longer, pal. Wish us luck. Good luck. I'll call you later, so don't let your battery die, okay, pal? Holy cow. Mia, Maya's not hurt, right? She's in a pretty bad state, Phoenix. She's being starved? Gumshoe, please hurry. Looks like we're out of time. Are you alright, Phoenix? It's only a matter of time before Maya's rescued. I can do this. I just have to make this trial last a little longer. Holy cow. She's at the Berry Big Circus! My god! Dude, the Berry Big Circus comes back into clutch right at the last second. I can't believe it. Someone call freaking Mo. Mo will rescue Maya, I promise you. Mo will barge into that office building and he'll be like, hey, where's the killer? And he'll be like shooting everyone. That'd be awesome.
Court will now reconvene.
The killer, the man who murdered the victim, handed this to the client. From this, one obvious question arises. Why this particular item? I believe the answer to that question will provide us with the name of the real culprit. Now then, the prosecution calls the defendant's manager, Adrian Andrews, to the stand. Currently, the witness is accused of tampering and obstruction of justice. However, you have been called to the witness stand today to ascertain who exactly is guilty of murder. I understand. Very good. Now, have you ever seen this bear before, Miss Andrews? Of course I have.
You have seen it before?
That's right. It's only natural that the witness has.
Miss Andrews,
Could you please establish enlighten the court to this bear's secrets? Alright. Why? Why does she... Oh my god. The bear figurine. Hello, Hanjis. Welcome. Actually, this is an elaborate puzzle. If you know the correct order, it can be taken apart one piece at a time. At its center is a small cavity with just enough room to store a small item. Because of its complexity, if you don't know the order, you can't open the bear. You really can't tell that it's just a small jewelry box just by looking at it. So open it! We need to open that right now!
so this figurine, it's a container of sorts, is it?
Yes, looks can be deceiving, wouldn't you agree?
Yes, this is superb craftsmanship. Oh, yes, I nearly forgot. You may begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright.
It looks like there really was something to that bear after all. There's cuts all around the bear. Someone tried to get into it, which means that whatever is inside of it is important. Hold it! I'm pressing everything. A puzzle? That's right.
But it looks like an ordinary figurine.
True enough. To people who don't know, I'm sure they would never guess that this was a puzzle. So what kind of puzzle is this exactly? Hold it! So you can take it apart, but how would one go about doing that? Well, if you first turn its tail to the right and then push it in.
Oh, yes, I see.
After that, the arms and the legs are free to move and can be removed.
Oh, this is most interesting.
A boy and his new toy. It's like he's 5 all over again. Okay. Okay, I appreciate this.
Oh, don't mind me. Go ahead and carry on.
I think he's lost it. So what do you find after you take the puzzle apart? Hold it! And how do you know about this? I know because I was the one who bought it.
Huh?
It was a souvenir from when a friend and I went to Switzerland.
Then this is a present from you?
That's right. It was a puzzle in the shape of a bear, so I thought it would be perfect for Juan.
So it was a present from Miss Andrews.
Witness, let's continue with your testimony. So who exactly knew how to solve this puzzle? Only the two of us, Juan and myself. It was a souvenir from Switzerland, so I doubt there are that many people with the same bear in this country.
But this looks like it could be easily broken,
especially if someone wanted to get at what's inside. Well, it's a toy, but it can never be the same it can never be the same again once it's been broken. Okay. Who else knows that this bear is actually a small container or a jewelry box? I never told anyone. And as long as Juan never told anyone either, then only the two of us knew. The two of you, huh? Then of course that means Mr. Angard didn't know, right? I think this is about all I'm going to get for now. Only Karita and Andrews know how to open it. What's inside? Open it right now! Well, Mr. Wright, I think even you have to come to realize. Huh? That there is one very important fact we have all uncovered, and that is this. This bear is actually a jewelry box. And now that we have agreed to this point, there is only one logical question that can come next, and that is, what is inside this box?
What's inside?
That's right. That's what we are going to find out next, witness. It's Impax's suicide note! I bet it is. I guarantee you it is. I bet that's what is inside. You're the only one who can open this. Please. There is a painful silence. All eyes are on Miss Andrews as she solves the puzzle and takes the bear apart. Click. I've opened it. It's the suicide note. Is this what? It's the suicide note! Is this what you wanted?
What is that? It looks like a note. I don't think we need to guess at what this is, do we, Mr. Wright? It's the suicide note. Suicide note? The suicide note left by Juan Corrida's former manager, Celeste Impax. Until now, no one knew of its whereabouts, but just as we suspected, it was hidden. Hidden by the victim, Juan Corrida himself. My god, it seems Celeste Impax had a very beautiful handwriting, and she just as beautifully signed her own name on this document. This is most definitely the note she left right before she committed suicide. Read it. Order! Witness, did you know about this? Yes, I did. I heard all about it from Juan. Really? When I discovered his body, I looked for the bear. I wanted to destroy that note before it became public, but I couldn't find it anywhere, because it had already been taken by the killer. Everything is going at Mr. Edgeworth's pace. So now that the suicide note has been found, what's the next logical question? What is written on the note? That's right. At least that's what I would think. Now then, I believe it is only appropriate the contents of this note be made known. I can't stop you, can I? I went through so much just to get my hands on it, and I was going to burn it for her sake. I'm deeply sorry, but I can't allow you to persuade me to stop. Your Honor, if you could please read the contents of the note aloud. Very well. Holy cow, dude, this is the most important thing ever. The judge's voice rang loud and clear through the deathly silent courtroom. In her note, Celeste Impax left us all a record of what had happened to her. About being used and then thrown away by Enguarde. About being engaged to Corrida and Enguarde's role in destroying that. And about how she decided, in her despair, to end it all. And that's all Miss Impax had to say. Oh mein Gott. There is one thing I would like to say here. The prosecution has no interest in slandering Mr. Enguarde. Then what? Our intention, Your Honor, is to establish a motive for murder. Isn't that correct, witness? Yes. On the night of the murder, Juan was going to make the contents of the note public. After the post-ceremony show, he was going to hold a press conference. My word. Matt Enguarde values, above all else, his refreshing like a spring breeze image, which is why he had to stop this note from being made public. At any cost. Holy cow, dude. That is insane, bro. It's Enguarde's fault. All this time, he even went as far as to kill someone to stop him from revealing that. How terrible. What a selfish person. I guess there are slimeball lawyers out there who will defend these creeps, too. There's no room for doubt here. Mr. DeKiller's client's goal was to obtain the suicide note, and the only person who needed this note that badly is the defendant. Let's not forget that the bear with the note inside was found at the defendant's house. Seems that we have come to the truth at last. The defendant's motives were entirely selfish. He deserves no sympathy from anyone. How am I supposed to escape from this one? Why the hesitation, Phoenix? Gumshoe hasn't called yet, so you know what you must do. I know. I have to carry on and buy him some more time. Okay. There are two deadly pieces of evidence, the figurine and the suicide note. Maybe somehow I can find a way out of the situation through one of those. The gavel is already in the judge's hand, Phoenix. Hurry! The suicide note or the figurine? Oh, God! Oh, my God. The figurine. I don't think the note has anything. Objection! Please wait, Your Honor. Oh man, look at that lawyer. He's still going at it. It's like he doesn't care. The assassin took this with him from the crime scene after murdering Mr. Corrida. At the request of his client, of course. So what's your point, Mr. Wright? I don't think it's possible that Mr. DeKiller's client was Matt Enguarde. In fact, I think there is a contradiction here. You can't tell just by looking at it that this bear is really a jewelry box. The chances that Matt Enguarde thought the note was inside this bear is 0 to none. Oh, I didn't think of it that way. That's very true. Exactly. But I did think of it that way, and I thought it was rather strange. After all, there's no reason why Mr. Enguarde would ever want a jewelry box like this. That's actually very true. How did he know? Order, order, order! You make a valid point, Mr. Wright. Mr. Edgeworth, what is your opinion? It was just a flash, but I think I did rather well on this one. Unfortunately. I think he believes differently. I believe a show of appreciation is in order. Huh? The defense seems to be in love with wishing more despair upon itself. I would like to direct the court's attention to this. What is that? It is a very small video camera, Your Honor. This type of camera is commonly used as a means of spying. Spying? Oh, I forgot about that. What the? I thought the spy camera was in my possession. Matt Enguarde and the victim both thought the other as their biggest rival. They even went so far as to use this type of item to find each other's weaknesses. And? The victim, Juan Corrida, was being spied on. His personal life was being watched by none other than Matt Enguarde.
Order, order! Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? You don't tell me you knew about the client's spying activities. Well, sort of. Sort of is not an acceptable answer, Mr. Wright. I see you are confused, Mr. Wright. You're probably thinking, but I have the spy camera that was in the stuffed bear's eye. Ugh. But this camera that I have is not the same one. Last night I searched the victim's house on a hunch. Using this. Gumshoe's bug sweeper. By the way, Mr. Wright, the defendant's fingerprints were found on this camera. Matt on Guard's fingerprints were on there? Well, Phoenix, it looks like those cameras were hidden all over the place, huh? What am I supposed to say to that evidence? I think this is the end. It's fairly obvious that Mr. Engard learned of his suicide note through this. He was watching the victim all along. He got me good this time. I don't have anything to counter that. Hey, hey, mommy, is that man from the bad killer guy? Stop, don't look at him. Look, he's sweating. Oh my god. Yes, Chief? Have you, oh man, he's calling her Chief again. That's how you know he's down bad. Have you figured out what you're going to do next yet? What am I going to do next? Does running away like a frightened child work? I know it seems like Mr. Edgeworth is very close to putting the lid on this case, but in his eagerness to prove his point, he forgot one very important thing. Well, what is it, Mia? There is a piece of evidence that he really should investigate. Something he should investigate. I would really hate to see the good prosecutor get scolded for not remembering to look into the item when he had the chance. Why are you speaking in riddles all of a sudden? Oh my effing god. Oh my dear lord. Alright, I think this time we finally understand everything. Well, Mr. Wright, you don't have any further objections, do you? What is this piece of evidence Mia's talking about? If I can figure out whether it still needs to present evidence. When you had the chance? I have an objection, Your Honor. That was about the weakest objection I've ever heard, Mr. Wright. Objection! Your Honor! The defense has no intention of letting this go so easily. You're beginning to sound desperate. That's just your imagination, Your Honor. Mr. Edgeworth is not like you at all. In your eagerness to prove your point, you've forgotten one very important thing. Hey, isn't that what I just said? So you're telling me that I forgot something. You're so close, Mr. Edgeworth. But there is something you really should examine about this piece of evidence. Examine? Is it the suicide note? I really don't know. That is Miss Impact's suicide note, right? Who knows? Huh? I mean, sure, this suicide note was found inside this bear. But this bear was in my possession until only a few moments ago. Which means the handwriting on the suicide note has yet to be analyzed. Oh. So, as to whether this pivotal piece of evidence was really written by Miss Impax or not, that has yet to be even remotely confirmed. Mr. Wright, you can't seriously be... Mr. Wright, are you saying this suicide note is a fake? Miss Andrews, you were the one who tried to pin this murder on Mr. Engard. Who's to say you didn't create a fake suicide note and put it into this bear? How dare you! Your Honor, the defense is indiscriminately accusing the witness again. There's no evidence linking the witness to the suicide note whatsoever. But if this is a fake, then the witness is the only person who could have made it. What? Recall this witness's testimony concerning this figurine. The only person other than the victim who could solve this puzzle is the witness herself. Ah, my glasses have shattered again. Miss Andrews, you wrote this note, didn't you? You wrote it so you could use it to frame Miss Matt on guard. I did no such thing. Right. If you're going to pronounce the suicide note a fake, then show this court some evidence to support your theory. Objection! Mr. Edgeworth, you are the one who presented this scrap of paper as evidence. That means the burden of proof lies with you, the prosecution. Ugh. Well, we got him this time. That's enough. Mr. Edgeworth, it is as the defense has stated, the handwriting is yet to be analyzed. If that's the case, it seems that yet again we have reached a point where a verdict is impossible. That's impossible! This isn't good, Phoenix. The judge is going to carry this trial over one more day. I don't think Maya will be physically able to make it another day. I didn't want to have to do this, but I don't have a choice. I request that both the prosecution and defense further investigate. Handwriting analysis, my butt. That's just the lawyer trying to buy more time. Engard is guilty. Look, any idiot can tell you that. I think we've reached the end of the line. Guilty! 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 Quilts! I mean, guilty! Quilty! I don't even know, man. Gumshoe! what is that sound? It's Gumshoe! Hello, Gumshoe? What is with him and what's at that side? Where's Maya? What happened to the killer? He got away. What? I'm sorry, pal. I really am. I don't know what to say besides I'm sorry. I wish there was some way to make it up to you. I really do. Anyway, what's going on? We found his hideout, pal. But the two of them were already gone. This is terrible. I'm going to keep looking for them, pal. Don't you worry. I need a little more time. But don't tell them we don't have any time anymore. Guilty! Guilty! Good. Do you hear that? They're calling for his head. Mr. Roy, I can't for us to come this far and... Oh! What is it? Let me talk to Mr. Edgeworth. I can't do that. Mr. Wright, would you please get a hold of yourself? Yes, Your Honor. I'm about to end today's proceedings. You can take your phone calls after. Hold on, Your Honor. Edgeworth, catch! Take that! Look at the phone! Did you see the phone twirling? Oh my god. Mr. Edgeworth? Please, you gotta buy some more time. Court is in session. I'm sorry, Your Honor. You were saying? Mr. Wright, this is a court of law. Sorry, Your Honor, but... Oh my god. I am reluctant to do this. However, it appears that I have no choice but to suspend proceedings until tomorrow. At this time, I really can't do anything. Court is now adjourned for the day. There's no way. I thought this was the end! Thank you! We're back into it. Back to the game. Please wait, Your Honor. Edgeworth? What is it, Mr. Edgeworth? I humbly request another 30 minutes of Your Honor's time. For what purpose? We can perform the necessary tests on this piece of evidence in that time. But can you really obtain your results in 30 minutes? I believe we can, Your Honor. But wouldn't it be better if we adjourn for today and then reconvene tomorrow? 30 minutes, please, Your Honor. That's all I'm asking for. Please, Your Honor. Very well. And the prosecution's request, this court will now take a 30-minute recess. But be advised that I will not allow another recess today. I'm not sure if this is helping or hurting us. The court will now take its final recess of the day. March 23rd. Right, well, what's going on with my situation? The killer, it looks like he got away again. 30 minutes? We can't find her in that time. Ugh. Report! Is that Mr. Edgeworth? We don't have time, just spit it out. Right, it looks like we just missed him, sir. But the killer left a few things behind by accident in his rush to get away. A few things? Can we use any of them as evidence? Oh ho ho, I thought you'd ask, pal. I've got the things he left with me right now and I'm on my way over. Really? That's odd. Any items like that are usually sent to the crime lab first. We don't have time to wait for those guys, sir. When those guys weren't looking, I swiped the stuff and ran. What? Well, I'm not a detective anymore, so I had to. I'm really sorry, sir, but I've got to put the law on the hold for now. Sounds bad. I hope he doesn't get too much trouble over this. With my hunker junk car, I say I'll be there in about 20 minutes, sir. Don't worry, I'll be there. Wait for me. Alright, just get here in one piece. I'm on a mission and no one can stop me now, sir. No one! I'm pulling out all the stops and running every red light! Let's go, Gumshoe! Items left by the murderer, huh? Maybe there's something among them that will be decisive enough to end this. F the law. Did Gumshoe just crash? Into the building? Wait, what? What just happened? Hey, what's wrong? This is Gumshoe, answer me! No one can stop me. Did he get into a car crash? What was happened? Sounded like he had an accident. I'm guessing his cell phone broke as well. What was he thinking? We've got to hurry up and call for help, but we have no idea where he is. His cell phone is broken and he wasn't driving a patrol car, so no radio either. Also, if we don't get to those items before they do, the police will take possession of them. No, we can't let that happen. Well, if there's a way we can find out where he is, then we stand a chance. Why, oh, why did Gumshoe have to get into an accident now? Is there any way to find out exactly where he is at this moment? There is a way. That's right, there is a way. What? How? I'm sure we can find out where Detective Gumshoe is through this. The what? I'm sorry, the what? The what? The what? Oh my god! Francisca! Why are you bringing up Francisca at a time like... Oh, I see. I'll try to get in contact with her. The chances are slim, but she's all we have. Francisca, will she even want to help us? Edgeworth, what is it? I don't have any right to judge anyone ever again. I know my client is guilty, but what I'm doing now, I'm pinning the guilt onto someone totally innocent and using the evidence to do so. It might be my turn to say defense attorney Phoenix Wright chooses death. Right? It doesn't suit someone like you to cry useless tears. Whether you did your job well or not, that can only be seen after the verdict has been decided. The verdict. Is Prosecutor Edgeworth here?
No, it's Prosecutor Edgeworth here. Yes, bailiff? There's a phone call for you, sir. They said it was extremely urgent.
You're probably finished with the handwriting analysis. I have to go take this call. In the meantime, think hard about what it is you must do. Whip lady! Chat. Chat. Is there even enough of this game left to keep going? Chat. We're gonna finish this game today. We're finishing this game today. I don't care how long it takes. We are finishing this game today. Let's go! March 23rd. Court will now reconvene. I assume Swallow's eyes are ready? Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor. I can understand the defense acting like this. However, why do you also seem distraught, Mr. Edgeworth? Aye, it's nothing, Your Honor. What is wrong with Edgeworth? It looks like something unexpected just happened to him. Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, could you please tell us the results of the handwriting analysis on Miss Impax's suicide note? Yes, Your Honor. Unfortunately, we have discovered that the suicide note is a forgery! What? What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? This note was not written by Miss Impax herself. It is a fake. Oh my god. Does Judge have a real name? It's just Judge.
Order, Mr. Edgeworth. Would you care to explain what is going on?
If this was not written by Miss Impax, then who wrote it? We would need more time to do a more detailed analysis. However, it appears that the handwriting matches that of the victim, Mr. Juan Carita. Mr. Carita? Well, it looks like Miss Impax never left a suicide note after all. She never wrote anything about On Guard. However, Your Honor, even though the suicide note is indeed a fake, Mr. On Guard could not have known that, and so the facts remain unchanged. Acting under the assumption that it was real, he had plotted to possess it. That does sound very plausible. Why is Mia's forehead so big? Because she's using Pearl, because Pearl is channeling her right now. So Pearl got a big forehead, that means Mia, through Pearl, got a big forehead. This theory that On Guard had no idea that the suicide note was fake, something seems a little wrong with it. Oh god, I gotta present evidence. The defense believes that the theory the prosecution has stated contradicts testimony. If everything the prosecution has proven up to this point is true, then it's impossible Mr. On Guard to know it was a fake, because he was spying on the place the entire time. Yeah, he was spying on it. What is this little item called again? A video camera, Your Honor. Well, a very small one, but... Oh, that's right, a camera. Ah, you kids and your fancy toys nowadays. Mr. Edgeworth, earlier you claimed that Mr. On Guard knew of the existence of this note because he was spying on the victim. Isn't that right? If that were true, then this means Mr. On Guard would have known that the victim had forged this note. Ah! So then the defendant knew the suicide note was a fake. And if that's true, then the situation has suddenly changed in a very dramatic way. Exactly, Your Honor. The prosecution's theory as to what Mr. On Guard's motive for murder was, it has suddenly disappeared into thin air. But Your Honor, it's not as if Mr. On Guard monitored Mr. Carita 24 hours a day. Perhaps the victim wrote the note in a place Mr. On Guard didn't know of. Well, right back at you, Mr. Edgeworth. Why don't you show us some proof that the victim made the forgery at an unknown place? Oh my god.
Order, Mr. Edgeworth. It looks like this time it's you as dug his own grave.
As I figured. Huh? As you figured? As I figured, it came down to this after all. Mr. Edgeworth, you're not making any sense. When I heard the results of the handwriting analysis, I thought this might happen. The question is, what next? What next? If the prosecution can't prove Mr. On Guard's motive through the evidence, then we must prove it from another angle. Well, I agree with you there. Your Honor, the prosecution would like to call a witness to the stand at this time. Oh, well, that's fine. However, this witness is a little unusual. Edgeworth stuttering? This is not like him at all. Unusual? Well, what sort of witness is this person, Mr. Edgeworth? This witness is one who is perfectly fit to answer once and for all the question of, who was it that hired Shelly the Killer to commit murder? That's impossible. Who in the... No such person exists who can answer that question with such certainty. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth, who is this witness? Yes, go on. Who is it? The man himself. Mr. Shelly the Killer. Oh, Mr. the Killer. Wait! Shelly the Killer? I've already played DDLC Wings, I'm sorry. You mean the Killer? You mean the assassin? Yes, Your Honor. He's coming here? To the witness stand? Well, yes, in a matter of speaking. I recognize that this is a very unusual circumstance, so I ask for your permission. Well, Mr. Wright? Yes, is this alright with you? Do I have a choice here? I can't really do much else to drag this out. The trial has no objections, Your Honor. The defense, I'm stuttering because, oh my god. I wonder if it is really alright to do this. Very well then, the prosecution calls its witness to the stand. Is there no other way left to us? Now then, witness, your name and your occupation, please. Very good, sir.
My name is Shelly the Killer.
And I am a professional assassin.
I say, what is going on here?
Your Honor.
How can you remain so calm? And what is the meaning of this two-way radio?
Actually, Your Honor, it was delivered to me just now, and it came with a condition. As long as we do not trace its source, Mr. the Killer will testify to this court. So this must be what this urgent phone call he got earlier was about.
Oh no, this will not do. I cannot allow this in my court. First of all, we can't even be sure this is really Mr. the Killer himself.
Witness, please present some sort of proof that you are in fact Shelly the Killer. I understand. Please wait a second. I'm so hungry. Maya! Maya! Maya!
A voice? Mr. Wright, can you confirm anything from this?
The defense has no objection to this person. We are satisfied that this man is indeed Shelly the Killer.
Looks like we have run into yet another unexpected turn of events.
Well, it does seem like we have too many choices under these circumstances, so... Now then, witness. It's a Nokia. There is one thing I would like to confirm before we speak of anything else.
And what would that be?
At the request of the client, you killed Mr. Juan Corrida. Is this correct? It is as you say. I did indeed kill Mr. Corrida. Now that we have answered that, let's move on to the name of your client. Very well.
This is all just a bad dream. Yes, that's it, a bad dream.
Shelly the Killer. What is he going to say? About my client witness testimony. Holy hell. There is, something I must first state. To an assassin, nothing is more important than the trust between a client and himself. And that is the reason I'm here today on this witness stand. It is my wish that you grasp this concept before I give the name of my client. Huh?
Mr. the Killer seems to be a very clever man.
I'd almost say he seems to be mocking us. Oh my god. Well, he may appear to be our enemy, Your Honor. Mr. the Killer is only stating the truth. He is no hypocrite. He has always stood by this one belief.
You mean about this trust between his clients and himself thing?
It would seem to a level of trust beyond what people like me can comprehend. Well, Mr. Wright, are you ready to cross-examine the witness? Yes, Your Honor. There's no way to know what's coming next, so stay cool and collected, Phoenix. Okay. Hold it! We can hear anything you have to say later. Can you please tell us about your clients? I don't think you understand your place, Mr. Attorney. I said this is something I must first state. Do you know what the word first means? Sorry, go on.
Well, if there's this one witness, you can't badger, Mr. Wright.
That's only because you don't know about my situation. Hold it! The trust between you and your client? I provide my services in a fast and efficient manner. In exchange, I trust that my clients are discreet about me and my identity. If too many people knew my face, it would be quite troublesome. That is why you're testifying in this manner? This is the first time one of my clients has ever been accused of murder. I must preserve the killer name so my clients can trust me. But couldn't someone stab you in the back and break your trust? It has never happened before, but if it ever did, yes, that person wouldn't be my client for very long. They would certainly...
That's enough, please, no more.
Very well. It was only a hypothetical anyway. Holy cow, do not sing the alphabet. That seems a little strange to me. I mean, you're about to tell us the name of your client. I would think that this would be very bad for them. It doesn't matter to me. This client has already broken the rules and acted outside of their prescribed role.
Their role?
This person tried to implicate another of the crime in order to save themselves. And this is a trespass that cannot be forgiven.
Who gave you the right to be so high and mighty?
To the gentleman who spoke just now, excuse me, but would you care to die?
No, I didn't say anything.
The judge had better watch himself. It's my wish that you guys... Oh, wow. We understand, so please tell us the name of your client. I'm afraid I cannot do that. I still have a few things to say before I do. Oh, that egomaniac. It's not good for your health to be so aggravated. You wouldn't live very long if you let everything bother you. Somehow, that coming from an assassin makes it less than comforting. I don't really care about all this extra fluff. Just tell us the name already. Patience, try to calm down a little. It's important to try and understand his mindset. He seems very steadfast and close, so you're going to have to work to get him to try to talk. I'm not his therapist, you know? Oh mein Gott. Trust me, your client. Wait, I have to present? I'm sorry, I was just wondering about something you just said. You said that your client had already broken the rules. A person who frames another is the worst kind of human. And that's why you feel you can betray this person? I have no trust relation with a client who can't understand their assigned role. Just my luck, an assassin with a conscience. Who would have figured? I just watched Nintendo E3, that was amazing. Oh, awesome. That Nokia gives me the vibe of the whip lady. Now then, everyone, do you think you can understand my logic? This case just keeps getting better and better. If you can't, then I'm afraid we can't proceed. Everyone understands your point, I think, really. In that case, I believe I'm prepared to disclose the information you seek. You have made it crystal clear that you value trust over all else. I believe we are ready. Excellent. Bruh. Oh, yes. Yep. Do it. What is it? Now I can't bring myself to ask the client's name. If you can't ask him, Mr. Wright, then I will. Witness, what is the name of the client who requested the murder of Mr. Juan Carita? That person's name is Adrian Andrews. What? Objection! Witness! That's not what you told me it was earlier. Pray tell, what are you talking about, Mr. Prosecutor? I should think you know my own client, and it is Adrian Andrews. What? This can't be. On the phone earlier. What's going on here? My guess is that Mr. DeKiller just stabbed Mr. Edgeworth in the back. Stabbed Edgeworth in the back? I'm sure in order to get an audience with his court, Mr. DeKiller told him a different name. Matt on guard, perhaps? I knew it. This is outrageous. I was deceived. This witness is telling a very serious lie. But you were the one who summoned this witness. You Shelley DeKiller! My testimony is the truth. The defendant at the moment is Matt on guard, am I correct? And all I wish to do is help procure his acquittal. Wow. All of a sudden, it feels like we can actually win this. Yeah. The prosecution has failed to provide a motive and has instead provided the suicide note, which is a forgery created by the victim. Furthermore, there is a possibility that the defendant himself knew it was a fake. But most definitive of all, we have heard from the assassin himself the name of his client. Mr. DeKiller's client was requested the murder who is not the defendant at all. No. With all this evidence, it is obvious to me that this means that Mr. Matt on guard is innocent. I don't think that's actually true, to be honest. I seem to have caused you all a bit of confusion. Please, continue your discussion and call me when you have reached a verdict. Beep. Bailiff, please bring Miss Adrian Andrews in immediately. What now? With the way this is going, on guard will be found innocent. This may be our last chance to save Maya. Yeah, but Mr. Edgeworth is right. DeKiller is lying. And on guard, my client, I know he's guilty. Can I live with myself if I win this? Who would have believed that the prosecution's own witness would have absolved the defendant? Your Honor, the prosecution requests permission to further question the witness. Shelley DeKiller is certainly lying under oath. It wasn't me. Listen, everyone, please! That testimony just now, it was all one big lie! Miss Andrews, the suicide note may have been a fake, but that man Matt, he's the reason Celeste died. And Juan's death, it was all because he got pulled into Matt's twisted world. That testimony just now, you have to believe me, it was a horrible, horrible lie. But Mr. DeKiller himself has testified. He has named you as his client. No, that's not true. Also, there's quite a bit of evidence that points to you. The knife and the button donning the nickel samurai costume. But that's, you even have a motive. We know that Mrs. Celeste Impact was a big part of your life. You wanted to follow her, and you wanted revenge against the two who hurt her. I would say you have plenty of reasons to want them both dead. No, Mr. Wright. You know the truth. Tell them. Tell them the real story. Who the real killer is. Tell them. Please, help me. Oh my god, dude. I feel so bad. Yes, I know the truth. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. I believe we have reached the end of this trial. Therefore, I ask the defense for any final words or opinions. I have to decide. Do I take the not guilty verdict and save Maya? Or do I throw this chance away and wait for Gumshoe's new evidence? Oh my dear God. I have no clue what actually is going to happen right now. I actually have no clue. What do I do here? What am I supposed to do? Chat, what do you guys think I should do? What do you guys think I should do? It has to continue. I think Gumshoe will come through. I think Gumshoe is gonna come through for us, chat. I really think he is. Phoenix, I can't do it, Mia. I can't accept the not guilty. You are a lawyer. I know, but Matt on guard is a killer, a murderer. I can't let him get away with this. I can't let someone else take the fall. If I let Miss Andrews be convicted, then I am no better than on guard. And even though I don't want to admit it, I have to face the fact that it is because of Edgeworth that I now know the real truth. He could have gotten on guard convicted so many times over, but he never took a single one of those chances. If I take this verdict right now, I'd be betraying his trust. His trust? I never thought about it until now. I trust him? Yes, you do. Yo, Wrightworth. Mr. Wright, your opinion, please. The defense requests that we be allowed to further question Mr. DeKiller. Am I hearing you correctly, Mr. Wright? Right. But that witness has cleared your client through his testimony. Your job here is done. I'm not done yet. To see through witnesses' lies and find the truth. That is my job, Your Honor. There's still more evidence to look at, and I'm sure that once pieces arrive here in this very courtroom, a miracle will occur. Very well, the trial will continue. Mr. Edgeworth, please reestablish connection with Mr. DeKiller. Right away, Your Honor. Oh my God. Has a verdict been reached? Before that, we would like to talk with you a little more. About? All you needed from me was the name of my client. What else could you need me for? Well, actually, we would like to hear everything you know about this case. That is how things are usually done. What is he talking about, usually done? But what shall we have him testify about now? Mr. DeKiller, if you don't mind, please testify about your client in more detail. You legal people and your procedures. Is it any wonder no one likes to go to court? Holy cow. Hold on, I might know. Dude, even Wings is confused, dude. As I have already stated quite a few times, Adrian Andrews is my client. However, one thing I simply cannot overlook is tampering with the scene of the crime. My client did it to frame another for the crime. While pretending to be the first person to discover the body and enter the scene, Adrian Andrews already knew from the beginning that Juan Carita was dead. But even more appalling is the creation and planting of the knife and button. That act is what I was referring to when I said my client had broken the rules. This is the most unexpected turn of events for the, 5th time now? However, this time everything has finally been revealed. Just a second, Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth? We still have the cross-examination to do. But you don't need to question testimony like this, do you, Mr. Wright? Your Honor, the defense will question the witness, as if I have a choice here. Huh? Why? What has this witness has said is nothing but beneficial to the defense's case. If you scrutinize the testimony, then I'll expose the lies in that oh-so-beneficial testimony, I suppose. I don't understand what's going on anymore. Chat is literally a Judge Ken right now. That makes 2 of us. Holy cow. About my client, part 2. Hold it! What is it, Mr. Wright? If I press him the wrong way, I might raise suspicion on his end, but I have to do something to waste more time. Witness, about requesting a hit. Yes? How much is your fee? I see you're also quite a dark-hearted man, Mr. Attorney. Huh? If you would like to talk business, we can do so after the trial. No. I'm not thinking of hiring... Mr. Wright! Yes? You want to kill me. You want me dead, don't you? What? Why would you think something like that, Your Honor? Guilty. Mr. Phoenix, you are hereby declared guilty. Witness, let's continue. Why did you disclose the name of your client? I'm sorry. sorry. I'm sorry. I need a second after that one. I need like a moment. Oh my god. Holy cow. That was the actual funniest thing in this entire game. I'm not even gonna lie to any of you. That was the funniest moment in this entire game. Okay, sorry. I'm here. Whew, okay. I don't think that most people would be able to overlook a person hiring another to kill. I am Karen. If I had a problem with such a thing, I wouldn't be very effective at my job. Yeah, well, a change in occupation might be good for you. However, I will say this. Even though I am the one that does the deed, my clients are always the real guilty party. That goes without saying, Mr. DeKiller. And their fate is to live with the knowledge of their guilt on their shoulders. However, my client this time thought they could run away from their guilt. My client did it to frame another for the crime. While pretending to be the first person to discover it, Adrian Andrews knew from the very beginning that Juan Carita was dead. Hold it! From the very beginning? That's correct. All my clients know precisely what the situation is at all times. I wonder if that's really true. That's odd. Huh? That's odd. Okay, there's something about that. There's something about that. There's something about that. What can we present here? Best Carita's fingers. Found next to the victim bears Andrews' fingerprints. Is it the wine glass? Because of the, Thank you so much for taking the time to testify, Mr. DeKiller. What is the meaning of that attitude? When when Adrian Andrews entered the victim's room, your client had no idea Juan Carita had been murdered. But now, how do you know that? From this wine glass, Your Honor. The glass? Mr. DeKiller's supposed client thought Mr. Carita had only fainted, which is why this glass of tomato juice was poured for the victim. She did testify about that, yeah. But isn't that just a part of Adrian Andrews' calculated plan? That is not possible, Your Honor. This glass bears the fingerprints of that person. Had this been planned, they would have never left their fingerprints behind. I see your point. Mr. Edgeworth, what is your opinion? Strangely enough, I had the same exact thought just now. Witness, how do you explain this strange phenomenon? Isn't it a waste of time to talk about such a minor detail? It's not a very important point anyway, correct? I'm afraid you are mistaken. If Adrian Andrews really is your client as you claim, then your client should have had knowledge of Mr. Carita's death. If not, then that can only mean that Adrian Andrews was never your client at all. This guy's lying. How strange. Yes. Why is it that the attorney has yet to raise an objection at this absurd situation? Phoenix, if the killer figures out what we're up to, we're in real trouble. Yeah, I know. Objection! Mr. Edgeworth, I'm surprised. You know you can't say things like that without any evidence. Ah, sorry. Well, that was an awfully weak objection for the two of you. Anyway, I am positive there was a contradiction in that testimony. And the prosecution requests further testimony concerning when the request was taken. Very well. Right now, I have to buy us more time. While we wait for the items the killer left behind to get here. I just know that the very outcome of this trial lies with those items. I don't even know what they are. Request taking. Dude, how much of this game is still left, dude? Oh my gosh. Okay, request taking. This request came to me, about a week ago. It was a request for my services on the night of the award ceremony. We met at a certain bar to discuss and finalize a few matters. That is what occurred. I trust my memory, and I believe I made no mistakes. Jesus, that's so vague and so... That is correct. Meeting one's client is the first step to building trust, in my opinion. I see. Well, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. Request taking. God, here we go. Oh, the testimony music's heating up. 1 week ago, are you sure? Yes, I am quite sure. I, of course, had my own preparations, and I was barely able to finish. When you request my services, Mr. Attorney, I hope you'll keep that in mind. Please stop. In any case, my client has had this time a very specific date and time in mind. A specific date and time. Did you ask why on that specific night? No, I tried to fulfill all the conditions of my client's request, but as for why, I only had my suspicions. Your suspicions, huh? Press further. So what are these suspicions you had? Why did your client request that night? I'm sure it was all for the bear. The bear? My client spoke of it. I'm sure there will be a bear-shaped figurine in Juan Credo's room. I would like you to retrieve that item for me. He must be talking about this bear puzzle. Inside that figurine was a suicide note. Naturally, the victim brought it with him to his hotel room. He was planning to publicly disclose its contents for the press conference, after all. That is correct, and if I had not done the job that night, I would not have known where that bear figurine was. I see. Well, Mr. Wright, was the testimony just now of any importance? I'm looking at it, and I don't know now that I'm thinking about it. What the killer said sounds plausible, but in the end, it's just his conjecture. No, Your Honor, I don't think it's very important. Well, no witness, please continue. So, you physically met Adrian Andrews, right? Of course I did. What was that? Was that brief pause? Press further. Witness, I would like for you to give us a few more details. I always meet my clients as a matter of principle. I've never taken a request by telephone or mail. And why is that? That's because I value the trust between the client and myself above all else. And the only way to establish that is to speak to the client while looking them in the eye. Well, Mr. Wright, was the testimony just now of any importance? Was very, I think? I think there's a contradiction there. Very important. If Mr. Killer met his client before the murder, then it's unlikely he's mistaken. So saying his client really was Adrian. No! No! No. Who the heck am I supposed to be helping here? Calm down, Phoenix. Think carefully and relax. God. To the mat. But if they did, there shouldn't be anything wrong with the killer's testimony. There isn't anything to be strange this time around. You have to draw more information from him. Okay, you know what? It was the other one. It was literally the other one. Hold it. Did you ask why? No. Suspicions. Press further. Off the bear. Naturally, the victim brought it with his hotel room. That is correct. The bear figurine was very important. That's when he just now has made one thing clear. Thank you, Meteor, for the posture check. And that is, the client knew the secret of the bear figurine. Wait, that's bad for me. Mr. Wright, I think all of us already knew that. Oh, really? Witness, please continue with it. Okay, hold on. Wait, hold on. Just to make sure. Hold on, the only way to speak with them. Okay, let me put it's not important, just to see what happens. Why he meets his clients is not important. That wasn't the point. Witness, please stop sidestepping my questions.
What do you mean by that?
My question was, did you really meet Adrian Andrews in person? I have already told you, Mr. Wright, I did. It was only through talking with him face to face that... Oh! Him? I can trust this person as my client. It's true they were talking about face to face. Mr. Wright, was the testimony just now? It was very important. If I heard what I think I just heard just now, then I think I've got him. Your Honor, I believe the testimony just now was the most important. Really? If that's the case, witness, please include the statement just now in your testimony. Very well. Oh my God. What do you mean him? Adrian's a girl. Oh, whoa, Shelly to kill. Ooh. Okay, Adrian is a girl! I would like to go over this one more time. You met Adrian Andrews at a bar and took the request at that time? Yes, that is correct. And that's when you thought he was trustworthy. How many times must I repeat myself? Yes, that is correct. I'm sorry, but that is an impossible tale. What? Shelly to Killer? You have never met the real Adrian Andrews. Why would you say that? Because you made one very big slip-up. About her. So what is the issue? What did you say just now? About her? If you had ever met Adrian Andrews in person, seriously, thank you for being here, Winks. One look at you would have told you that she's a woman. Oh! Order in the court. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? This witness testified to the following. That he always meets face to face with his clients when taking their request. But he has never met Adrian Andrews in person. Yes, Your Honor, that is exactly the point. That means Mr. Killer's client could not have been Miss Adrian Andrews. Why is it sweating oil? That's disgusting. That is so gross. Mr. Edgeworth, I understand your logic on this one. However, why would the assassin make such a basic mistake? I believe it has to do with her name, Your Honor. Her name? Yes, Adrian Andrews is without a doubt a very androgynous name. Yes, I see. Unluckily for Mr. DeKiller, the entire time he was on the stand, no one had stated Miss Adrian Andrews' gender. And so he simply picked the wrong gender to go with. What? What is going on? Shelley DeKiller, this court demands an explanation. I think somehow I must have mixed up this client with another. So does that mean you remember something different now? Yes, of course. Please, if you would allow me to testify once more. I know he's just going to spit out more lies. Very well, but this time please give us the truth and nothing but the truth. Dude, we got him now. We freaking got this guy. Let's go! If you even are a guy, Shelly, alright? Just judging people by their name? Yeah, how do you like it when I do it to you? Yes, now I remember I took the request by mail. You literally said you never did. There have been times when I took a job without having met my client. The request was for the murder of Honkrita and 2 or 3 other small things. When I saw the name at the end of the letter, I thought my client to be a man. That literally just contradicts everything you just said. So you took this job through a letter. He didn't mention anything about a letter in his earlier testimony, which means he's definitely lying. Be careful, Phoenix. If you break this assassin's testimony completely, it's over for us. I know, I can't make him suspicious, but I think we're okay. Like, we can do this. As long as he's standing there across from me, no matter how strong of a punch I'll throw, he'll counter it. Aww. Let's begin the cross-examination. Taking request. 2-part. Let's do it. I'm gonna take my crap on mail. Hold it! But didn't you just say that you always meet your clients? Yes, I suppose I did say that. However, there are some clients for whom a meeting is simply not possible. But didn't you meet your client this time? No, I did not. Oh, come now. Let's stop with this game of cat and mouse. Using your silkiest voice is not going to work on me. Alright then, just cough it up and confess. Mr. Wright, you can't badger a witness for harsh words. You're a lawyer, so behave like one and present evidence instead of mindlessly yelling. Now then, do you have any proof that Mr. DeKiller met his client? I didn't think that this one would literally be so, like, in your... I thought I just said hold it because I could hold it. No, I don't think so. I don't think I do. Let me just say no. I see. Then your line of questioning was just another waste of time. Sadly for us, Your Honor, that is the nature of right and wrong. Haha, very funny. There were times the request for the murder for Juan Carita. What is the small things? 2 or 3 other things? Yes. And what were these other things? A few other things that have nothing to do with this case. What about the bear? Exactly. What should I do? Should I let him slide with that? I'd be really bad if I push his button, press further. Whether or not they're related to this case is for the court to decide. Mr. Attorney. Yes? Everything I've said from the beginning has been nothing but beneficial to your client, which is why I wonder what is pushing you to continue with this cross-examination? Could it be that you are planning to betray your own client? That's... I smell the stench of a backstabber, and should you turn out to be one... Wait! Uh-oh. This is looking really bad. I shouldn't press my luck. Oh, is this really worth pursuing? Oh, God. I feel like we have to. I feel like we have to, man. You know what I mean? Let's do it. You know what? We can save. We can save. We can do it. Let's just press further. Why not, dude? Witness, this is a very important matter. Please cooperate and tell us what these other jobs your client requested were. If it's truly that important, I suppose I don't have much of a choice. The bear figurine. The bear figurine? After the assassination of the target, I was to find that figurine. I was told that this job was just as important as the actual killing. And where was that figurine? It was inside Mr. Carita's suitcase. And then what did you do next? I handed it over to my client right away. You gave it to your client. Interesting. This information sounds really important to me. Witness, please include what you just stated in your testimony. As you wish. Holy cow, dude. So what I'm thinking, right, is like, only Andrews knows how to open it. Oh, God. One of these was to find and to give it to Adrian Andrews. Okay, let's try it. Shelley the Killer, if you had really given the bear to Miss Andrews, then this item should not have been inside it. Oh! My god, that's true! This item? I see where you're going. Yep, that's where I'm going.
Where's everyone going? Do I need to pack a suitcase?
Your Honor, just show him the attorney's badge always works. Please think back to Miss Andrews' testimony. And I was going to burn it for her sake. If even for a single minute, this bear had actually been in Miss Andrews' hands, I'm sure she would have taken the suicide note out and burned it.
Order, order, order. So that's where you two were going.
So by the very fact that the suicide note was still inside the bear, it tells us that your client didn't know how to disassemble the puzzle.
Which means?
It means, Your Honor, that it is impossible for Adrian Andrews to be the client. Oh!
Order, order, order.
Mr. Phoenix Wright. I'm sure I mentioned this before. How I hate traitors above all else. I think your cross-examination has clearly demonstrated something to me. You must wish to break your end of our agreement. No, that's not. That's enough. If that is your intention, then there's only one thing for me to do. Wait, please. Gentlemen, ladies, please excuse me. I have a matter that I must attend to. Hold it! No. Please, not that. Please wait. Mr. Attorney, bring this trial to a speedy end and I may stay my hand. Otherwise... Oh my god, dude. What in the... Mr. Wright, are you... Mr. Redgeworth? Yes, Your Honor. I didn't understand this witness's outburst just now. Do you think there is a need to hear more testimony, or is this enough? Well, we should... Edgeworth, we can't do this. If we keep this up, Maya, she'll... The prosecution... What has come over everyone? The prosecution... rests. What is going on around here? The prosecution has no further questions, Your Honor. What? Oh my god, dude. Well, I never thought I'd see the day. This is the most unusual situation. If the prosecution rests with no further objections, then the prosecution has failed to uphold its stance. If that is the case, then even though I am reluctant, I must believe that Mr. DeKiller's testimony is accurate. That would mean that Shelley DeKiller's client is Adrian Andrews. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. If I end the trial here, right now, then your client, Matt Ungarda, will be declared innocent. And in his place, Adrian Andrews would be charged with murder. Miss Andrews would be charged with murder. The prosecution has no further questions, so we will now hear the defense's final remarks. Bailiff, please bring the defendant Matt Ungarda to the stand. The items from the killer's hideout didn't make it in time. We tried as hard as we could, but it looks like our time has run out. I can't believe it. The outcome now lies in your hands. Oh my god. Oh my actual god. Did the old guy finally decide?
To be honest, I can't think of you as a truly innocent or good person.
You have done enough evil to drive a woman to suicide. But at least on the charge of murder, it would appear you are innocent. Oh my god. So, I guess even the old fuddy-duddy figured me out.
Mr. On Guard?
What an atrocious lawyer I have, giving his own client up like this. And that's refreshing like a spring breeze crap. It's just as atrocious, don't you agree? Oh my god, I spit all over my screen, holy cow. Anyway, get on with it to pronounce me innocent already. Right, Mr. Lawyer? Should I side with justice, or should I save Maya's life? You'd better get on guard to guilty sentence, okay? Okay. If I did that, Maya will die. But if I say he's innocent, then Miss Andrews will be charged as the murderer. Do I say he's guilty or not guilty? Either choice I make, someone's life is going to end. It all hinges on what I choose.
Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear the defense's final statements on this matter.
If the person who hired the assassin was Adrian Andrews,
then your client, Mr. Matt On Guard, is innocent.
There's no need to ask, old man. After all, My lawyer is going to say what I want, aren't you? Right. I can't do this, but I have to decide something. I can't count on the evidence anymore. I have to listen to my heart. My client, Matt on guard, is... Ah! I can't do it, chat. I can't do it. He's guilty. I saved earlier. It's fine. We are waiting for your answer, Mr. Wright. Matt on guard, your client deserves an answer. I can save. Maya, I'm sorry. Matt on guard is. Objection! Francisco, let's go! Francisco von Karma! Let's freaking go! What are you doing here? Ow! You see now, don't you, Mr. Phoenix Wright? This is exactly why you should never take your eyes off that scruffy fool. Did you bring them? The final pieces. Did you have them? You should know better than to ask that, Mr. Miles Edgeworth. Von Karma is perfect in every way. The evidence is here in perfect condition. Don't worry about Scruffy. He's fine, and his injuries are minor. All of his items are inside this.
What a filthy old coat this is.
That's Gumshoes. I can spot his tattered rags anywhere. I apologize for its ugliness, but there was nothing else to wrap the items in. I've fought long and hard this whole trial, all for what is inside that raggedy coat. I'm sure that inside that coat lies a crucial piece of evidence. Your Honor, inside that filthy coat are the defense's final pieces of evidence.
Your final evidence?
Dude, freaking Francisco coming in clutch, dude. That's why she's best girl. Oh, sorry.
This trial is already over. All that remains is for me to hand down my verdict.
I do not believe that any evidence presented now would change the outcome of this trial. What? Objection! Your Honor, it is our duty to examine every piece of evidence down to the last. I request that Ms. Von Karma be allowed to present these pieces of evidence.
I suppose you are right.
Mr. Edgeworth, I grant permission to do so. However, this one obvious rule applies here. If these items do not bring up any new points, then they will not be accepted by this court. Now, Ms. Von Karma, if you please. These pieces of evidence are items left by the killer during his escape from the police.
He must have been quite a rush.
Yes, Your Honor. The killer left 3 pieces of evidence. Weren't there 4? I thought there were 4. Somewhere among the evidence we're about to see, there will be something that will turn the whole situation around, like a miracle. Gumshoe's not dead. I'm sure of it. That is all we can hope for. The first item is a pistol. Does the killer's pistol have anything to do with this case? Question for more details. Does that pistol have any relation to the case? We have yet to perform a ballistics test, so I can't say anything for certain. However, I believe it has something to do with the case, at least with me. Oh! That's the pistol that shot Von Karma! Because someone shot Von Karma in the first day of the trial and injured her. That's the pistol that shot her. That's the pistol that he used to shoot you, isn't it? That's what I believe, yes. Oh. I kept the bullet they removed from my shoulder as a sort of memento. Okay, so at least they removed it from her shoulder, unlike her dad. I'm sure it will be an excellent sample for the test. So that's the pistol that was used to shoot Francisca. It's probably not going to help us very much. Okay, a small caliber pistol that is thought to have been fired by the killer at Francisca. The second piece of evidence is this videotape. I bet the killer took that from On Guard Mansion. Question for more details. Have you checked the contents of that tape? Unfortunately, there was no time to. Oh yeah, but I would speculate that this tape is very important. Why would you say that? Because he came back to his hideout for it. The killer went back for it? That's right, it looks like he was trying to recover it. He injured 3 of us officers at the site. But somehow, it looks like they managed to protect it from the killer. Shelley the killer is no ordinary man. The killer violently tried to recover it, contents unknown. The last piece of evidence is this bellboy's uniform. Is that the uniform from the Gatewater Hotel? Question. There was 3? Okay, I guess I was wrong. What was used during the crime? I'm almost certain it was. There's even a pair of black leather gloves in one of the pockets. There's no doubt about it. The killer was wearing this on the night of the murder. There is one thing I found interesting about this uniform. And what is that? There's a button missing on this uniform. A button? It's a very unique button. I'm sure if we were to recover it, it would provide us with an interesting clue. One of its special buttons is missing. That is all I have to present, Your Honor. That's just as I thought. And what is that, Your Honor? I'm sure, were we under normal circumstances, these items from Shelly DeKiller's hideout would be very important clues. However, our question is not who did the killing. It is who is the client. Yes, that is correct. And these 3 items do not tell us anything about that. It's gotta be either the videotape. I think the pistol is not important. Thank you for your hard work, Ms. Von Karma. You may step down now. Wait, Your Honor. Please allow me to examine this new evidence. Overruled. This court has already had all the evidence it needs to hand down a verdict. Wonderful! Absolutely splendid! This judge is such a brilliant man, isn't he? Is this the end? Phoenix, I knew it. There's no such thing as a miracle in this world, is there? I think you're wrong. I think they do exist. But you have to make that miracle happen. You've come this far. You can't give up now. But no matter how you think about it, it's try. For my sake. Just think about it for a second. There are 2 ways out of the situation for us. 2? The first? Make On Guard wish from the bottom of his soul for a guilty verdict. Huh? The killer will always place his client's wishes first. If On Guard himself wishes to be convicted, then he will let his hostage go. That may be true, but that's asking me to do the impossible. And the second way, force the killer to end his contract with On Guard. If the killer were no longer think of On Guard as his client, then he would let Maya go. Mia, that's even more impossible. He is a man who values his duty toward his client above all else. I know both of these seem like impossible feats at first, but if you could make either one happen, it would truly be a miracle. The bigger problem is, the judge has already said he doesn't need more evidence. The pieces he was just shown, he's not accepting them. Phoenix, think of things through the other side. Isn't that what always worked for us? The other side? Wait, does that mean... You mean, to turn things around? Phoenix, the judge said he doesn't need the evidence. If that's the case, then who does need it? The person who needs the evidence. The defense, prosecution, and the judge. We have seen all the pieces of evidence, and that is how we have come to know the truth. But there's one person who has yet to see them all. That person does not know the truth. That truth, it may be what will bring about the miracle in the end. Adrian, maybe. I don't know. There are no objections this time, correct? I'm gonna save again. Chat, I'm actually going to save again. Again. Ho ho. Now then, I will pronounce my verdict. Why don't we all respectfully sit back and listen, kids? Objection! I have already told you, Mr. Wright, this court does not need any more evidence. I am not saying it is us that needs the evidence, Your Honor. Then, who, you want to show the evidence to that person? Yes, Your Honor. Please, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, for you to ask with such passion, I will grant you one chance. Oh, one chance. Please show your evidence to who you think is the right person. Objection! That's impossible. To turn this situation around in one try? One try. That is all I will permit. I have to try to remember everything that has happened up to this point. Think, Phoenix, think! There must be a way to save Maya while taking On Guard down at the same time. Now then, Mr. Wright, let's not waste any more time. Who would you like to show the evidence to? It's gotta be Adrian, right? I feel like it's gotta be Adrian, right? Or it could be Shelly. It could be Shelly. No? Please don't? What do you mean? Wait, oh my god. Wait, it is Shelly. Wait, it is Shelly. I see. And now, tell this court what one piece of evidence you'd like to show the person. The videotape. Well, what do you think, Mr. Edgeworth? I think there's some merit in showing this evidence to that witness. Okay. Bailiff, please bring in the transceiver from earlier. Alright. It looks like I managed to convince him. Maya, she's okay, right? Okay, here we go. Here we go. Maya, she's okay, right? Didn't I tell you to concern yourself with bringing about the speedy end of this trial? Now, if I understand correctly, you wish to show me one piece of evidence? Yes, one is all I need. I have here a videotape. It was found at your hideout. I heard you injured 3 officers in your attempt to get this back. That was most regrettable. However, it was an order from my client. I was told to protect that videotape. I thought so. I'm afraid I seem to have failed in that regard. Do you know the contents of this tape? I was sternly told by my client to not watch it, so I have absolutely no idea. I know what this is! Okay, I know where this is going. I know where this is going. On Guard was talking about his insurance policy, which is the videotape. He takes the videotape and so that he does not get blackmailed by the killer. If we tell the killer that Matt On Guard was trying to blackmail him, the killer will break his contract with On Guard. I have absolutely no idea. Actually, you are on this tape. Me? There was a video camera hidden at the crime scene. The bear! Your actions were being recorded. What? Is that true, Mr. Wright? Who? Who was it that planted a camera? Well, the only person who could have planted a camera at the scene of the crime would be your client, naturally. That was Adrian Andrews. Nope. Be quiet and listen, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
Your client specified a place and time for you, isn't that right?
Yes.
That was so they could film you. I had no idea. Mr. Wright? Why would my client do such a thing? I would like to know why. Why did Matt On Guard film the crime scene? The reason why he did that is the my ticket out of this whole mess. There was only one reason why your client would secretly film the crime. Wanted blackmail. Your client once told me something very interesting. We were talking about you, and this is what they said. But I'm no weakling. I don't believe anyone, least of all assassins. Oh, come now. Yes, that's where the video comes in. With that, I can keep him at bay and even blackmail him if I want. Your client didn't trust you at all. They were thinking of using this video to blackmail you. What do you have to say to that? Shelly the killer? Oh! It looks like I was being deceived from the very beginning. Yes, by a natural. That is the kind of person they are. Your client is a person who only thinks of plots and how to use the people around them to protect themselves from any and all dangers that may arise. That is the true nature of your client. I have one question for the witness. Yes, you told us one thing numerous times during your testimony. You said that you detest traitors most of all. Yes, that's right. But what if that traitor was your own client? What would you do then? That's obvious. I would break our contract in that case. And then, that client would become my next target. For the honor of the killer name, even if it takes an eternity, I would follow that person to the end of the earth to exact my punishment. Oh my god. We got him. I see. That's all I wanted to know. So the traitor becomes the killer's next target. Ah, I get it. This is how we'll turn this case around. Mr. Wright? Yes? My contract with my client is over, as of now. I seem to have a new job on my hands. I will now return to you your precious item. What the? I'm not an item! Beep. Maya's safe! Let's go! I thought I'd never see you again. Oh, thank goodness. Let's freaking go. I don't know what Meaner is talking about. Bad ending my ass, dude.
This trial appears to have come to its conclusion.
However, I am sort of, I don't quite know. Ugh! Miss Von Karma, what did that? She always has you in her sights. Now, I do believe it's time to finally hand down a verdict. We got him! Mr. On Guard, it looks like somehow you got what you wanted. You will finally receive the acquittal you wanted so badly. You should be happy. But before that, I would like to make one final statement. Sometime in the near future, one very betrayed assassin may appear before you. Needless to say, that man is very good at what he does. I'm sure you would understand what I mean if you watch this video. Help me. Now then, Your Honor, the verdict, if you please.
Is this alright with you, Mr. Wright?
We have finally reached the end of a very long battle. Whether he's convicted or acquitted, there is no escape for him now. Go on, Phoenix. Plead whichever way your heart tells you. Right, Chief. Guilty. He's obviously guilty. Matt On Guard. Even though I am a lawyer, I cannot make your crime disappear. I think a guilty verdict is appropriate here. Me? My wonderful self. Guilty? Even if you get an acquittal, the instant you set foot outside of the detention center, your life would be in danger. No matter which way you look at it. You can't run away from your crime anymore. Oh my god. Also, if you didn't pick the tape, you would have gotten the really depressing bad ending. Oh, thank God. As always, it looks like we have uncovered the real truth. We? I don't remember you helping out much in this. Mr. Edgeworth, how was Matt on guard? I've left Miss Von Karma in charge of his incarceration. I'm sure he's getting a full-course meal of whipped leather right about now. Very good. That was a close one, wasn't it, witness? Yes. I plan to pay my debt to society for my own crime, Your Honor. The first time I was called to the witness stand during this trial, all I felt was despair. She must be talking about the time Edgeworth really went after her. I guess she's trying to forgive him for what he did. This witness, how should I put this? She hasn't done this. If you're going to say you would choose death, that is of no concern to me. Yeah, he was, man. But after that, when I was alone at the detention center, that's the first time I really saw myself for who I am. And today, when the two of you used your combined strength to convict Matt, I felt like I had finally been saved. Let's freaking go. She's smiling, bro. I love her smile. This is the first time I've seen her smile. I'm really happy that you two were in charge of this case. I really don't know how to express how I feel at this moment. This is the first time I felt comfortable with myself, with who I am. Thank you so much, everyone. Let's freaking go. Let's freaking go! It looks like we have resolved everything at last. As for myself, there are still a few things I am confused about, but everyone seems to be in good spirits, and that is good enough for me. That is all. This court is adjourned. We got him oh. I'm so happy, dude. Defendant lobby number 3. You were great out there, Phoenix. What I did out there was right, wasn't it? This is the first time you've not gotten your client off. You got them a guilty verdict this time, but you have to look past all of that to what's really important. I don't care about a clean win record. He deserved it. You now realize there is something more than just getting a not guilty, right? Yes, I understand now. Phoenix, think back for a second. Think to the moments before Ms. Von Karma arrived with the final pieces of evidence. Think about the incredible decision you had to make. Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear the defense's final statements on the matter. I remember this. I was freaking to listen to my heart. Side with justice or save Maya's life. Climb out on guard is he guilty or is he not guilty? Those were your choices then, and your answer spoke to what being a lawyer means to you. Damn. Right! Kiss me already, you fool! Edgeworth, I have good news. Maya is now safe in police custody. Really? Pearls, you're telling me it's the truth, right, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, she's quite... Mia's gone, by the way. Yes, she's quite safe. She's on her way here as we speak in a patrol car. Yeah, Mr. Maya's safe. You did it. You really did it, Mr. Nick. Ow, she punches deceptively hard for a kid. I believed in you. I kept saying to myself, Mr. Nick will save her. Mr. Nick will save her. Thanks. Oh, what's wrong? Ms. Von Karma. About earlier, thanks. Ow! Why are you still smiling, Mr. Phoenix Wright? You lost! Your perfect win record has now been crushed! And yet, you're still happy? I don't think you'll ever understand, Miss Von Karma. How dare you! Don't worry, she may in time. After all, I was just like myself until a year ago. Edgeworth, for my own personal victories and for guilty verdicts. I used every dirty trick in the book, and so my win record remained spotless. But a man appeared and stood fast against that selfish me. I fought him in my usual manner and tasted my first defeat. I felt like I had lost everything because of that. And then... yeah, and then you got accused. It was my turn to sit in the defendant's chair. And I was saved by that person I called my enemy. I couldn't forgive myself for all that had happened, so I left the prosecutor's office. And I left that note. Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth chooses death. As well as you should have. A prosecutor who has shamed himself with defeat should crawl into a hole and die. But that was not what happened. After I left the prosecutor's office, I finally came to realize something. And it was in that moment of clarity that everything began to change. What foolish nonsense. We prosecutors use everything we can to attack the defendant. But every time we did so, no matter how desperate the situation, instead of giving up like most people, that man would hold strong with his undying faith. And then, before I knew it, I began to trust in that man as well. What? You trusted your enemy? It doesn't matter how many underhanded tricks a person uses. The truth will always find a way to make itself known. The only thing we can do is fight with the knowledge we hold and everything we have, erasing the paradoxes one by one. It's never easy. We claw and scratch for every inch. But we will always eventually reach that one single truth. This I promise you. The truth. Yes, that's the reason why prosecutors and defense attorneys exist. But I'm sure you knew that already, didn't you, Ray? That's why you couldn't forgive me. This man who went into hiding, isn't that right? This man who only had his sights set on victory, who ran away into the night. Is Mr. Edgeworth right, Mr. Nick? You really let me down. When you disappeared, I felt betrayed. The reason I decided to become a lawyer to begin with was because I believed in the things you said to me all those years ago. And you betrayed your own words. That's why 1 year ago, I made up my mind. I decided that the Miles Edgeworth I knew had died. At least, that's what I told myself. You pathetic fool! Miss Von Karma. I don't want to hear the wretched whimpering of a disgraced loser. Of Von Karma, someone who is destined to be perfect. Miles Edgeworth, you are no longer worthy. You are no longer worthy of being a Von Karma. And neither am I. It's over. It's all over. I'm gonna go run away and die. Francisca threw something on the ground just now. This is an electromagnetic receiver. Isn't that the thing she used to track Detective Gumshoe? Right, kiss me now. It just made me laugh so badly. There we go, Nate. I'll return this to the precinct later. There's something else. Isn't that Miss Von Karma's whip? I'll never set foot in another courtroom again. I'm sure that's what she's saying by this action. You should keep this, right? Okay. Nick! Kiss me, Nick! Oh, sorry. Dude. Phoenix Wright. Bye icon. Can I just say that? Bye icon. What a legend. Maya! Isn't Maya? Isn't Maya? Oh my god. Hey, hug us all. There we go. There we go. Clappers. Can we get some clapper hands in the chat? Oh, Nick, I knew you would come through. You got on guard convicted like I knew you would. And on top of that, you even rescued me. Well, of course I did. You know I'd never desert you. And she's like, dessert? I'm hungry. Like, really hungry. Like, can we go eat hamburgers now, please? But we sure pressed our luck this trial. You're really lucky to be standing here. Whatever, whatever. Look, it's over, okay? Besides, if I did croak, I would just come back and hunt you like a bad ghost through Pearly. Is it really that easy to do something like that? Yeah. Mia. Thanks a lot, Nick. Don't mention it. Maya. Oh, Mr. Edgeworth! I'm relieved you're alright. Hey, it looks like you made some real progress, Mr. Edgeworth. Well, I suppose I'm a little different from who I was a year ago. Yeah, you're still starving. Alright. I think it's time we got out of this depressing place. Huh? Where are we going? Food, Nick, food! Grub, chow, I'm starved. I'm so hungry, even you look like a nice juicy burger and a bun to me, Nick. Pearl, I already know, is like, got her face between her fingers like, oh, she just said she wants to eat him, oh my god. You think I look like a burger? I'm a prime rib at least. Come with us, Mr. Edgeworth, please. If you insist. Alright, so how about we just hit up our usual burger joint? Don't be silly, Nick. Huh? This case messed up that awesome evening and got in the way of my gourmet food. So I've decided that we have to make it up by having another feast. Another feast? Come on, Nick, food! What's going to happen to Shu? Right? What about Shu? What about Shu? I think Gumshoe is going to take in Shu as his new pet. Headcanon. Gatewater Hotel. Hey, Pearl! Sorry to keep you guys waiting. Gumshoe, are you alright? Yeah, but I'm really embarrassed. I didn't think I would hit a telephone pole of all things. A telephone pole? Then it wasn't a red light that got him? You did it again, silly boy. I feel like my dear old heart was gonna give out on me, and I ain't joking.
You Yeah, it was more exciting than the very last episode of the Steel Samurai.
Thanks. Now looky here, Mr. Snooty Prosecutor. Don't you reckon you bully Mr. Rat too hard? If you don't start being a lot nice to him, he might just kick it. Tonight, even. I'll keep that in mind. Well, come on now. Everyone gather around. Y'all are gonna get your picture taken by a genuine professional photographer. Looks like Lotta bought herself a new camera. Oh, well, pal, at least we can put this messy case behind us. Come on, tonight's all about eating, so let's chow down, pal. Amen to that, pal. Amen. And dies, right?
You know, when you think about it, you were the one who saved that day, Detective.
Me? You really think so? He's right. If it wasn't for the 3 items you took, I think this trial would have had a very different ending. Yeah, well, you know, it's... Huh? Wait, that's odd. When I ran off with the things from the killer's hideout, I was sure I took 4 things. I knew it! I knew it! What? 4? Yeah, I'm sure I put one of the items in my coat pocket. There was a 4th item? Ah, come on, y'all, it's over. Oh boy, I tell you, you really are something else. Between getting accused of murder and getting kidnapped, never a dull moment with you, huh? You think? Why did she look so happy about that? But being shut away for 2 whole days. Weren't you scared? Yeah, I was really scared. I felt so hopeless. So to keep my mind off things, I drew a picture. Sounds like you had a rough gal. Where's this picture of yours? Yeah, I want to see it. I want to see Mystic Ma's picture. Huh. You know, I don't remember where it went. Oh, that's too bad. Well, that's alright. It wasn't anything important anyway. Oh, the picture's in the coat pocket. I already know the picture's in the coat pocket. Ah. It sure is nice to finally be seeing them both smiling again. Beep, beep, beep. Huh? What is it, Edgeworth? This thing is picking something up. That's Miss Von Colmer's receiver. Thanks to her, I had the most awful experience in my life, sir. I can't believe she stuck a tracking device on me. That's odd. Even though you're standing right here. The tracking device seems to be in a different location. Oh, it's probably busted or something, sir. No, it's his coat. Well, it doesn't matter. I'm afraid it's about time for me to excuse myself. I still have some work to do. Huh? But Mr. Edgeworth, he hasn't even eaten anything yet. And you should have eaten, and you've eaten way too much, you glutton. I had fun tonight. Now if you'll excuse me. Wait. What? I just want to say thanks, Edgeworth. You really saved me out there. If anyone should be saying thanks, it should be me, right? Go find his coat, right? I feel like his words alone aren't enough here. I wonder if there's anything I can give him to express how I feel. The whip? I don't know. Take that? What's this? Thank you. It's all thanks to you two. You and her. You don't need to thank me. I was only doing my job. It looks like Mr. Edgeworth has left, Mr. Nick. Hey, Mystic Maya? Yes, Pearly? I guess you two can go back to being lovey-dovey, right? You and Mr. Nick, I mean. Pearly! Would you cut it out already? You're embarrassing me.
Anyway, that's kind of weird. Who's paying for this lovely dinner party?
As if you need to ask. Everyone say thank you to Nick. Huh? Yeah, I'm kinda at the point where I can't even buy instant noodles, pal. So I kinda already put your name on the bill. Huh? Yeah, I got me a situation just like that myself. There's things in this camera shop and the hotel, you see? And I just bought myself this whole beauty here. It'd be better anyhow for $3,000. Huh? Actually, I reckon you bought it for me since it's on your tab and all. Isn't this great, Mr. Nick? Yeah, Nick. Why do I suddenly feel like screaming? You don't need to hold it back now, you hear? Yeah, pal, time to let it all out. This is gonna be the first time I hear the real you. Go on, it's been a while since I've heard you say it. I've been busy being a hostage, you know. Alright, then if you say so. Objection! What's in the coat? Show me the coat. It's in the post credits. The transceiver is going to the coat, and that's what Maya's picture is in. Maya's picture is in the freaking coat. We're watching the end credits. I don't even care. You really came through for me, Nick. I had to hide that letter, but I knew you'd find it. I really feel like I've been living on the edge lately. I mean, I've escaped death 3 times now. Pretty cool, huh? I feel like a pro. It just shoots her. She just like gets shot immediately. Like a car comes out of nowhere, like the I Like Trains guy, and just destroys her. I'm so happy that you can save Mr. Maya for the 2 of you. Skip? Speaking of which, I think the hotel's a popular place for honeymoon, so I sort of made reservations for the 2 of you, just in case. Pearl. I love Pearl. No, I'm not gonna skip it, chat. I don't care. I love these characters. I love this game. I'm gonna freaking stay in it. Well, pal, it looks like I'm back on the force again. Thank God. Mr. Edgeworth had a long talk with the chief, and he got me reinstated for my sake. I heard he said things like, letting that one go is bad for all of society. I knew it. Crashing headlong into everything is the only way to live, pal. I love you, Gumshoe. So much, dude. Oh, Seiko and Shigeo. Thank you, Psycho and Shigeo. Maggie! Ah! I'm Maggie Bird. I'm retiring this uniform as of today, sir. I'm going to go be a waitress from now on. A much less paying job, and bring smiles and joy to the people who come by the restaurant, sir. I hope you'll stop by sometime, Mr. Wright. I mean, good for her. I mean, bad memories with Dustin and all, but like, dang, that has to be a serious like pay cut, right? Come on. Like, dang.
Yes. Are you here to visit a patient? I'm Director Heidi. Recently, yes. That girl, you know, I haven't seen her around, yes. But I remember if I even laid so much as an eye on her, it would go crack. It didn't matter if I got whipped, though. Yes.
I hate that guy, by the way. I don't know why we got an end credit scene of him. The voice, lol. That's his voice, chat. I mean... Ah! It's time to begin our quest of world circus domination, sweetie! And to let the world know we are serious, I plan to make a fabulous flight to Zimbabwe! Hey Max, what do you think Zimbabwe is like? Do you think there are castles made of cake and bunnies who can talk? I think if there are any talking bunnies, even they won't laugh at Mo's jokes. Dang. Poor guy. Poor guy. I love Mo. What the heck, dude?
Ah, Mo! I'm ready. There's no way these jokes are gonna fall on deaf ears. I'm going to be more contemporary with my humor. Mo Curls represent.
We got our new act all worked out. Prepare for the Hallelujah chorus. Say something, will you? You're supposed to start this off. Get on with it.
Okay, thank you, Ben. Akemi Kimura, thank you for the music and sound. The music slapped in that last chapter, especially. The music went.
What is this? Scratch is an ordinary electric razor recharging on a stand. I can't believe this. Really? How long do they plan on making me do this? But it's Edgy Poo's idea, so that means it must have a deep hidden meaning. But why do I get the feeling they will forget about me, would they? It was never like this in the old days. Everyone thought the world of me. They used to call me Queen Wendy and treat me like royalty. And anyone who hasn't heard about this is gonna feel the pain in my heel. Yes, I'm gonna feel the murder. Speaking of the murder, people will find me dead because that's where I said one of the stories. She's saying that.
Special thanks to Katsuki Marunaga and Kari whatever. Doesn't Trillo like a 17? Wait, is Regina like 17? Wait, how old is Regina? I never checked. I appreciate everything you and Mr. Edgeworth have done for me from the bottom of my heart. Oh, that's right. I received a letter from Miss Von Karma. She said that after I get out, I should feel free to consult her about anything at all. I'm really thankful that I've met everyone. Aw, you're still gonna be in jail for a little bit, though. Don't worry about that. I'm not even kidding. She's 17. No way. Bruh. That makes that case look so bad now. Are you kidding me? Oh, hey. It has become difficult for me in this country as of late. As such, I will take a short leave of absence. If you would like to request my services, please be sure to visit my homepage, my website at twitch.tv/ShellyTheKiller.com. Oh, destroyed. Butterball. Trillo's 35? Trillo is a puppet. Ben is 35. Keep them separate. Keep them separate. Shinji Mikami. Matt's execution. Can we watch that? Okay, here we go. After credit scene. International departures. Where are we going? What? Where are you going, Francisca? How did you know I was here? With this? That's... I heard you were planting things on a certain person. Things like tracking devices in his coat, for example. That's just like you. I only planted it there because he was always wearing it. This filthy, drab coat of his. I don't know how it ended up in my luggage, but it's going in the trash, I promise you that. Oh, that's right. Speaking of that man, he told me something very interesting. I ran off with the thing from the killer's hideout. I was sure I took 4 things in total, silly. 4 things? It seems he put the last one in his coat pocket. He put it in here? It doesn't matter anymore. The case is already over. What are you going to do now? I want to see what it is! It's the picture, I guarantee you it is. That's none of your business. Are you running away? Shut up! You don't understand a thing. You can't possibly understand what it means to be Manfred von Karma's daughter. Franziska. So many expectations from everyone around me. Expectations I must fulfill. I'm expected to win no matter what. And failure? Such a thing is not an option for me. My father was a genius. There's no doubt about that. But me, I'm no genius. I've always known that. But I had to be one. I had to. You may not be a genius like your father, but you are a prosecutor. You have been and always will be. No, I'm not. Not anymore. I've even thrown my whip away. Speaking of that, Wright gave me this to hold on to. Right. You knew something like this would happen, didn't you?
No, I did not. Hello, Stunna.
I'm going to say this again. We prosecutors do not fight for personal honor or pride. I hope you will think deeply about what you should be striking down with that whip. You haven't changed a bit. You've always left me alone and walked on ahead without me. Miles Edgeworth, I've always hated you. Damn. And then, finally, my chance to take my revenge on you arrived. If I could win against that man, if I could make Phoenix Wright bow down in defeat, then this girl you left behind would have risen higher than you. That was supposed to be my revenge. I see. You know, I can't do it. I can't change who I am. I can't throw away everything I've been until today. I believe you can. Just like how Adrian Andrews did. Adrian Andrews? And me and her are going to go live in the mountains as lesbians together. You were going to use her during the trial, right? But you were dependent on your father by using his tactics. Isn't that right? Today, you chased after me after I had left you behind all these years. And that's why we're standing here now, side by side. But I have no intention of stopping. If you say you are going to quit your walk down the prosecutor's path, then this is where we part ways, Franziska von Karma. Oh, my heart! I am Franziska von Karma. Don't think I'm going to walk in your shadow forever. Our battle begins now. So you had better prepare yourself, Miles Edgeworth. Oh my god! Dude! Bro, I'm livid. I'm actually Phoenix Wright. One day, someday, I'm sure we'll meet again in battle. Until then, this last piece of evidence that never made it to you, I'll take good care of this 4th piece, so I can give it to you when at last we meet again. It's the picture, it's the picture, it's the picture! Show it to me! Oh! Nick! Oh my god! Dude! I love that! Oh my god! Farewell, my turnabout! God! Whew! Bum, 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 bum. Chat! Next time on Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy, we will be playing Trials and Tribulations. However, I am going to take a little bit of a break before I start the next Ace Attorney game. However, I fully expect to be playing this. You better believe I will play Trials and Tribulations. Alright, that is the last game in this trilogy. However, thank you guys so much for coming out. It has been an absolute pleasure to have you. Darkfly literally came in the last second of the stream. Oh my gosh, dude. Thank you guys so much for being here. Every single one of you are awesome. We are going to raid Dark Over Dark. So thank you guys for coming out. It has been an absolute pleasure. I hope you guys have an amazing day. I'm sorry, Darkfly. You came in at the last second, man. I'm so sorry. But everybody hop into the raid. Thank you guys so much for coming out. It's been an absolute pleasure of a day. Tomorrow we're playing Roblox again. So, man. See you, Rister, and stay safe. I will. Thank you guys so much for coming out. I hope you have an amazing day. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Farewell, everyone. I'm sorry, Darkfly. It's okay. I still love you for coming out, man. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you all tomorrow. Farewell.